Some people say that fate is a cycle. The ending of everything and anything has been foreshadowed from the very beginning.
The winner of the 32nd Charles International Music Competition is Gus.
The Charles International Music Competition is among the top 3 most prestigious classical music competitions in the world. It was founded in 1896 to commemorate the composer Charles Francis. The competition is held every 4 years. And the winners from each country gather together to participate in the finale. And with it come acclaim and prestige. The winner is hailed as a genius and becomes a target of admiration for others.
This time, I'll finally receive my father's approval, right?
I'm very disappointed.
But why? I've already secured first place. Is that still not enough?
I've always told you that this has nothing to do with competitions. Your music has no soul. Your technical ability is unrivaled, but you still can't bring out emotions from the audience. I'm very happy that you became the champion. But what I want you to realize is that it was never about such superficial things. You can come back and argue with me when you're able to execute Charles's Sunrise perfectly.
I'll definitely perform Sunrise perfectly at the international competition 2 months from now. No matter how many times I get rejected, I won't admit defeat.
Well then, I'll be waiting.
I'm so sleepy, just reading the words on a page. I have no way of understanding the so-called emotions within the music. Is it because he lived in that era that he could perform such soulful music? What exactly is the perfection that Father desires?
Freedom Voice, Charles Francis.
Am I dreaming? A violin? This place looks just like a castle.
How many times have I told you? You're rushing the key modulation in the second bar. With your playing at this level, do you really think you could participate in the court performance 2 months from now? Just stay here and practice. You're not allowed to have lunch. If I come back this afternoon and you still haven't fixed this, then you won't be getting dinner either.
How pitiful. This conversation sounds so familiar. It's exactly the same as how I used to get scolded. What kind of nightmare is this? This is Schubert's Fantasy for violin and piano in C major. Ah, I rushed it again. Don't be nervous. Just follow the tempo of the piano. The irritation I was feeling has subsided. Finally, the tempo is correct. Should we have another go?
Who are you?
It's not an illusion. How do you expect me to answer when you're pinching my face so hard? Hold on, why can I feel pain when I'm dreaming?
Answer my question. Who are you?
Why did his demeanor suddenly change so severely?
It's Father. Why is he back already?
Wait. What are you doing? Where are you taking me? What is this guy's problem?
Stay here and don't try to wander about. I'll be back soon.
Wait. At the very least, can you tell me your name?
Charles Francis.
That name sounds familiar. Wait a minute, isn't that the same as the composer of Sunrise? Although there was only a childhood photo, aren't they the same person? Calm down. I remember that yesterday, I resolved to perform Sunrise flawlessly so that my father wouldn't have any more complaints. Following that, I spent a long time at home reading articles related to Charles. After that, I felt a little sleepy. Then, when I opened my eyes, I was already here. So, I'm not actually dreaming. Should I go out and take a look? But...
Stay here and don't try to wander about. I'll be back soon.
But, that person is way too hard to read. He just dragged me here without any explanation. He also looks scarily cold and distant. No. I need to go out and see where exactly I am. It seems like I really have traveled back in time. So, which year is this? Has the revolution already started? Is she a servant here? I'll just go ask her what year it is. Excuse.
Keep quiet.
What's wrong with this guy?
The sound of footsteps has become softer.
What are you doing? My face is starting to feel a little numb.
Didn't I tell you to wait? What are you doing running around?
Then, shouldn't you give me a reason to wait?
My father doesn't like suspicious strangers. You'll get kicked out.
Is your father the court musician, Odom?
You know my father?
While I did want to gain a deeper understanding of this person's life, there was no need to throw me in here and have me experience it firsthand, right? Besides, doesn't Charles's music revolve around the passionate expression of freedom? Wasn't it widely renowned for its rich rendering of emotions? Didn't they say he was gentle, generous, and composed? The person standing before me is cold, unapproachable, expressionless, and just looks generally unsociable. In what way does that description match? Ugh!
Why have you fallen silent again? Who exactly are you? How did you get in here?
I'm scared that if I tell the truth, I'll be labeled crazy and be put away. Wait, I remember that during this era, they dealt with mentally unstable people using electric shock therapy, lobotomies, solitary confinement. I'd die, wouldn't I? My name is Gus. I found myself here right after I woke up. I'm not sure how either.
I don't have any ill intentions. As long as you are not a wanted criminal, I can ask my father to let you stay.
The problem is, I don't even know what my identity should be in this era. I'll probably get exposed sooner or later if I just make things up, right?
It's fine if you don't want to tell me. I really like how you played the piano. I don't care what kind of background you come from. However, if you want to stay, you'll have to heed my words. For now, you can stay in my room. Don't go out during the day. I'll let you know when you can go outside.
Ha! If I stay in your room, then what about you?
I'll live here with you.
Your house seems pretty big. Shouldn't there be a lot of guest rooms? I don't have a very good sleeping posture.
If you are discovered, then you'll be kicked out.
Thank you for having me. Sharing a bed with someone is a lot better than being homeless on the streets after all. It just feels a bit like I'm a delicate woman who's being kept inside. One last question. What about eating and washing up?
In the future, I will bring things to this room for you. You can let me know if there is anything you want.
Alright, thank you. Although he seems cold, he's actually a pretty nice person. Whoa, so delicious.
It feels like looking after a pet.
What is it?
He's is cute, your hair was messy.
Looks like we'll have to add a perfectionist label.
Expressionless, perfectionist, unapproachable, unsociable, cold.
Ah, right, I almost forgot the most important thing. Can you tell me what year it is?
It's 1874.
If I remember correctly, the revolution began to gain traction in 1877. 1874 should still be peaceful. That's just great. I reckon if wartime begins, I will likely perish. I ought to return to my time before that happens. But, since there are still a few years until then, first, I must figure out how to reproduce the perfect performances that my father spoke so highly of.
You don't know what year it currently is?
Where do you usually go to take a bath?
Attempting to change the topic.
Do you always jump around like this when asking questions? Do you want to take a bath right now?
Maybe in a bit.
Then, you should finish eating first. I'll order someone to get things ready.
Okay, isn't this too extravagant? I only wanted to change topics.
You can place your clothes here. You don't mind wearing my clothes, do you?
I don't mind. Thank you. Fortunately, there's a divider. Otherwise, it would have been really awkward. Wasn't this prepared for you? What are you going to do now that I've used it?
After you return to the room, I will have someone change the water, so bathe quickly.
Oh.
Charles, did I not tell you to practice in the piano room?
I am bathing right now. If there is anything you need to say, could you wait until later to tell me?
Come find me in the piano room after you've finished bathing.
Why did you barge in? I can't be seen through the divider anyway. Couldn't you have just answered from the outside?
Conditioned reflex.
Ahem. Sorry, I did it subconsciously. Wash up quickly, so I can bring you back to the room. I still need to go to the piano room. I almost forgot that father would come back to evaluate my violin practice. I wonder if I can get back that feeling I had during the afternoon duet. How much longer are you going to take to bathe?
I'm done, but although the shirt is fine, I don't think I can wear your pants.
Go back to the room for now. I will get you another pair.
Ah, wait. I didn't mean to do that. Let me put on some shoes first. These pants are too long. Please walk more slowly.
I do not have the time to dilly-dally with you. I still need to go see my father after this.
What are you doing? Let me down. I can walk by myself. My pants are falling down.
Be quiet. Are you trying to grab everyone's attention?
Is he crazy?
Try these on.
Aren't these also yours? Do you really think they'll fit me?
They were from when I was 13. You should be able to wear them.
13 years old.
Are you looking down on me right now?
If you are bored, you can find books to read in that room. Do not go running around again. I will be back after going to the piano room.
Won't the clothes from when he was 13 be too small on me?
Perfect fit.
Am I the same size as a 13-year-old? I still can't believe that I traveled back in time. It just feels so surreal. Although I wasn't all that happy in my time, I'd still rather return to a place that I'm familiar with than this place I know nothing about. Forget it, I should find a book to read instead of letting my mind run wild. As expected of a rich person, he has a humongous bookshelf in his room, musical scores. Handwritten ones at that. Did he write them himself? It's a manuscript. Does this count as witnessing history in the making?
Don't touch that.
You're back from practice. How was it? It seems like he got scolded again. Did you write these pieces yourself? Can I take a look?
Don't look. They are not well written.
There'll be a day when you write the perfect piece. Until then, all the imperfections you encounter while paving the way deserve to be remembered.
Do you think that I can write the perfect piece?
What nonsense are you writing?
There's no sense of beauty. It's just a mishmash of notes. What exactly are you trying to express?
I have been rejected countless times by my father and others.
Of course. I believe that you'll be able to write it. It kind of feels like I'm cheating, saying things like this when I already know the ending.
Time to sleep.
What's with this reaction? He's not angry again, is he? Does everyone in this era sleep this early? I don't feel the least bit sleepy at this hour.
Move again and I will make you sleep on the ground.
Sorry. He should be asleep now. Although he's been helping me this entire time, he still gives off an unapproachable aura. Perhaps I'm nothing but a suspicious outsider to him. Will I be able to return? I probably will. I don't even belong here after all.
Someone who does not want to disclose their identity appeared out of nowhere. Has there been a stranger in the manor lately?
No, young master.
Have the guards on patrol seen anyone suspicious?
No.
Don't worry. Just follow the tempo of the piano. There'll be a day when you write the perfect piece. Until then, all the imperfections you encounter while paving the way deserve to be remembered.
Perhaps God sent you here to save me. My angel. Are you awake?
Can
you hurry and get up now that you're awake?
You.
What about me? You were the one who refused to let go.
I told you that I don't have a good sleeping posture. You could have woken me up.
Felt it wasn't right to wake him up.
Do you think I did not try waking you? You were sleeping like a bear.
I really wish the people who praised him non-stop in that book could come to this era and see his true colors.
The music capital, Versenna, is a place where countless great composers were born. Among them, the most legendary one is Charles Francis. When talking about Charles's work, the words that come up the most frequently are freedom and passion. The way he composes freely, and the musical notes that come from his heart, are written as a form of musical prose. However, it deeply resonates with everyone's soul. What's most captivating is his insistence on treating everyone the same in an era where the nobles held all the power. He was able to perform for nobles in the music hall and perform as he pleased for the common folk on the streets, bringing music to everyone. Charles's music reached unprecedented heights, and among his 9 piano sonatas, Sunrise is the most prestigious. It made an impact on countless people. And to this day, no one has been able to replicate its ethereal sound.
And this person who's going to impact generations to come is currently struggling to even grasp the rhythm. 3 days have already passed since I came here. All I can do every day is stay cooped up in his room. Occasionally, I am allowed to come to the piano room to play, but only when Charles's father is out. I had originally thought that I would be able to learn something from him, but now, that part just then was wrong. You should play it a little more slowly. It's fine, you'll get the hang of it after playing it a few more times. Don't feel discouraged. How do I cheer him up? Scoot over a bit. You'll be responsible for the lower and middle octaves. Let's try playing it together.
Okay.
Do you understand it now? Try it by yourself once more, then. See, it wasn't that hard, right?
Yeah. You're truly amazing.
It's nothing much, really.
What are you two doing? Who are you? Who let you in?
I have been discovered.
What have the guards been doing? Someone come here right now.
Father, wait. He does not have any ill intentions. And my improvement these past few days is all due to his help. If possible, I hope you will agree to let him stay here as my teacher.
Why? Is Lyle, the court composer, not enough as your teacher? He merely a child. What could he possibly teach you? Someone, remove him immediately.
What should I do now?
Gus.
Why are you out here?
I have some things I want to tell you, but I can't talk to you now. Father is still inside. If you follow the gate to your left, there is a huge tree. Wait for me there and I'll come to find you later.
I wonder what it is that Charles wants to tell me. I've suddenly realized that ever since I came here, I've always been under Charles's protection. If I really can't stay, how am I going to survive in a time and place that I know nothing about?
Gus?
You're here.
My apologies. Father was at home the entire day, so I could not leave.
Don't worry. It's understandable. What did you want to tell me?
I have an idea that might allow you to stay. That is if you're still willing to.
I am. Then, let's work hard together.
Keep in mind that there is a court band performance a week from now.
So, what does that mean?
It means that you can stay. But, I'll have to trouble you to help me prepare a presentable performance to be played in a week's time. So, please take care of me. Teacher.
I feel like I accidentally did something amazing.
Is there something wrong?
You should still just call me by my name. I wouldn't dare ask you to call me your teacher, because you're the Charles. However, now that your father knows about me staying here, wouldn't it be bad for me to keep sleeping in your room? Wait, you weren't planning for us to keep sleeping together, right?
Aren't you thinking too highly of yourself? Who wants to sleep together with you?
If you don't, that's fine, but why are you being so condescending? In the end, I got my own room. It's much more comfortable. In the end, I really do feel more at ease on my own. I hope I'll be able to find a way to go back soon.
Is he even listening? Gus? Teacher?
Ha!
You told me not to call you teacher, but don't you only answer when I call you that?
I didn't stop saying such ridiculous thing. I spaced out for a bit. You're already quite familiar with this piece, so there shouldn't be any problems when you perform in a band later.
Do you want to go together?
Ha! I better not go. I'm not familiar with the etiquette and whatnot. It'd be bad if I got into trouble.
I'll be going first, then. See you this afternoon.
Okay. Good luck. I still don't have any leads on how to get back. These days, aside from practicing the piano with Charles, I've also gone through the whole manor when he's left with his father. So, what exactly caused this? Was I affected by a special magnetic field at just the right time?
Sorry for intruding. We'll leave right away.
Ha! Wait. Do they like the music? There's no need to hide. If you want to listen to the piano, you can come in and listen.
We can't. We're just servants.
Yes, you can. Who says that music only belongs to certain people? It's only when many people can listen to music that it has truly served its purpose. I'll be playing piano here often. If you're really worried, you can wait until Charles and they have gone and then come over to listen. For example, right now.
This new master is so nice. We need to go tell the others.
3 days later. Came back early.
Why isn't there anyone here?
Sir Gus truly is a gentle person.
That's right. He doesn't mind our social standing and even plays the piano for us.
I thought he was joking at first, but he actually played for us. Lately, many people have been going over to listen to him play after they're done with work.
Not only that, when we ask him questions, he always answers seriously. He's not like those pretentious nobles.
Playing the piano? Is it during the times I go out with father for the band?
Why? Did your heart skip a beat?
There's a chance, right? He doesn't seem to mind social standings.
I never would have thought that there would be even more and more people coming to listen.
Originally. Now.
If I may ask, sir, how long have you been playing?
A little over 10 years now.
Then, you must have started at a very young age? My son really likes the piano. It's a pity that my family can neither afford to buy a piano nor hire a teacher. Every time there's a performance at the theater, he will sneak in through backstage to listen.
Isn't Rona's husband one of the backstage helpers? You can just ask for his help.
It's not that simple. You know how those nobles are. They'll automatically assume that it's a thief if they see an unfamiliar, poor-looking person.
I can learn a lot about this era just by listening to them. Besides, I can feel the way of life in this era through them. It's pretty fascinating.
What are you doing, squeezed in here rather than performing your duties in your respective positions?
Charles?
What are you still standing around for? Get out.
Charles, why are you being like this?
They are merely servants, teacher. You don't have to lower yourself to perform for them.
People can't choose what class they are born into. Even if they are only servants. There's no need for you to act so high and mighty, right?
All of them are born into poor households and none have received a proper education. Music is not something they can understand. Even if you perform for them, they won't not be able to appreciate it fully.
But have you tried to understand them? Why do you harbor such prejudice against them? Is it just because they are just poor commoners? And what about me? I own nothing at all in this place either. Does that mean I don't have the right to talk about music with you?
That's not. I've misspoken, you are different from them.
It was at that moment that I suddenly realized something. I was only getting special treatment because I was useful. If I hadn't known how to play the piano, I probably would have been kicked out on day one. However, I don't know how you were taught to view them from birth. But, in the few days that I spent with them, I could feel that they truly enjoy music. Perhaps, they do not know what the piece is conveying nor do they know if I'm playing it well. But the fact of the matter is that they liked simply listening to it. Putting aside musical skills and knowledge of theory, they were purely enjoying music itself. This kind of feeling is something that I'd never thought about before. Besides, just like you, they like my music. Is that not enough reason for you to set aside your prejudices?
How would you know that they purely like the music and have no ulterior motives?
Is there really a need to scrutinize their motives like that? It's exactly like what that man from earlier said.
You know how those nobles are. They'll automatically assume that it's a thief if they see an unfamiliar, poor-looking person.
At the time, I thought that it was just an exaggeration.
I was only.
That's enough. You don't have to say any more. If you truly can't understand, then please at least respect my decisions. I'll be returning to my room, then. The prejudices of social classes in this era are much more unbearable than I expected. Outside our daily lessons, we haven't spoken since we parted on bad terms 2 days ago. It would be fine if we didn't talk, but he suddenly appears and interrupts my conversations with others.
I pay for you to work. Do you think I hired you to stand around here and chat? If you don't want to work, pack your bags and leave right now.
So what exactly is it that he's mad at? He wasn't like this before. Please wait. Am I that scary? Why did you run away as soon as you saw me?
The young master. The young master said we're forbidden from talking to you. Sir, I'm sorry for not following the rules and bothering you before.
This kind of behavior.
You've been neglecting practice recently, haven't you? In the future, don't hang around those so-called friends of yours. If all you can think about is having fun, then you might as well give up on piano.
Don't take me for a fool. Charles. It was fine when it was just father, we need to talk. Why does a relic from 200 years ago care so much?
What's wrong?
You were the one who forbid others from talking to me, right? Why are you interfering with my interactions with others?
I'm only trying to make the reality more apparent to you. I've only forbidden them from talking to you. They're still allowed to listen to you play the piano if they want to. But has anyone even gone to listen to you these past few days? They just wanted to build a connection to you because you're easy to talk to.
They are servants. Who'd still dare to come and listen after you've given such an order? How does that make sense? I'm just a commoner who can play the piano. What would they get out of building a connection with me?
You're my teacher.
What exactly went wrong? Isn't Charles supposed to be the one who has been fighting for freedom and equality his whole life? Then why is it that, right now, forget it, so be it then. The way you are right now is no better than those nobles at the top. There's no point in further discussion. Just do as you please.
I don't get it. Why are you so upset? Do you really like them that much? Would you really go as far as ignoring me just for them?
You're wrong, Charles. I like you more, but the way you're thinking and acting right now is wrong. That's the way I see it. I can't get along with you until you understand why I'm angry. If history isn't wrong, then doesn't that mean that Charles will eventually change? But I have no idea what exactly I should do. Why didn't you at least let me finish the book before sending me back in time? I used to think that fate might have given me an opportunity by teleporting me through space and time to arrive. But now I wonder, what exactly am I here for?
The performance by the Royal Orchestra was very successful this time. His Majesty was delighted.
I never expected that Charles would be able to catch up with everyone so quickly. I even wondered if I'd have to wait until the second half of the year for him to be allowed on stage.
It's amazingly rare for one to be able to perform on stage at such a young age, as expected of the child of the Francis family.
That's not true. He still has a lot to improve on.
They're all words that I have heard countless times. How annoying. It's already been a week. He seems to have only gotten angrier since that day. The performance has ended. There's a ball in the manor today. Are you coming?
No, thanks. I'd rather play piano in the piano room.
Charles, aren't you drinking too much? How many cups has it been now?
My apologies, Father. I'm not feeling well. I'll head back first.
Charles.
Just finished practicing the piano.
Let's just leave it here for today. I should go back and sleep. Charles? Shouldn't this brat be in the banquet hall? The stench of alcohol is so strong. Is he drunk? Why are you here? Has the banquet ended? Charles? Are you listening to me? Let go of me.
Why are you ignoring me? You can talk to the servants so cheerfully, yet you have nothing to talk to me about?
You're drunk. Let's wait until tomorrow when you're sober enough to talk.
I'm plenty sober now. Please don't ignore me.
I can do that, but you must allow me to talk to others in the manor.
Impossible. You can only talk to me.
How can he still be so stubborn when he's this drunk? Get up first and return to your room to rest. We'll talk properly tomorrow if there's anything else you have to say.
Promise me first that you won't ignore me.
I promise I won't ignore you anymore. Alright? Can you be a good boy and return to your room now? Are you okay?
Yeah, just a little tired.
Change out of your clothes and go to bed then. I'm returning to my room.
Liar. You just said you wouldn't ignore me, yet you're trying to leave again.
I'm just returning to my room to sleep.
I don't care.
I'm not arguing with a drunkard. I won't leave, alright? Now let go. Hey, are you listening, Charles? He really is, he's a completely different person when he's drunk.
My head is throbbing. Yesterday.
Loading memories.
Wait, these clothes, did I take my clothes off yesterday? Ugh. How embarrassing. So yesterday, did he leave after taking care of me?
Ah, you're up. I thought that you'd sleep past noon.
Yesterday.
Do you still remember your drunken fit yesterday?
So, are things between us okay?
I came here to talk to you about that. I thought about it yesterday. We can make up, but you must promise me one thing. There's no point in avoiding this matter. I'm afraid I won't find the answers I need if we don't resolve this issue.
Promise you what?
Allow the servants to talk to me, and come along with me so that you can try to understand them better. Don't be so quick to reject it. I thought about it for a long time yesterday. Perhaps you'll have a different perspective once you get to know them. Give it just 1 week. If you still insist on sticking to your original position after a week, then I'll only listen to what you say from then on.
Then. I hope you'll still remember these words in a week's time. Didn't you say we'd go together?
You'll scare people away like this. To start, can I ask you to just listen? Just for a little bit. With the attitude he's presenting now, I'm sure nobody would dare to speak in his presence.
10 minutes.
Sure. Good morning.
Sir, why have you come down to the kitchen?
I was feeling a little hungry, so I came here to look for something to eat.
We can just send it over. Why go out of your way just to come here?
I was also feeling bored. Plus, I get to talk with you guys if I come here.
Oh right, young master sent someone over earlier and told us that we're now allowed to talk to you.
Yeah, I asked that of him.
I was really shocked at the time. It was my first time seeing young master getting that angry.
That's right. Young master has always been composed. I've never even seen him get mad before.
Oh right, sir. Can we still go and listen to you play the piano?
Of course. But, I feel like if we continue this topic, someone's going to get mad again. We can't just talk idly. Is there any good food here?
Ah, my apologies, sir.
Back to what we were saying, do you really like the piano?
Haha, would you believe that Lizzie has been humming the tune you played last time as she works?
Ah, you say that, but aren't you doing the same?
Well, that was my first time listening to a completed tune after all.
You've never heard a song completely before that?
No. Musicians will come to perform when there's a ball in the manor. But we're not allowed to ling in the hall for too long.
We also used to listen secretly when the young master was practicing, but we never dared to get too close, so we never got to listen clearly.
Charles.
We're considered fortunate, though. Most commoners don't even get the chance to experience music.
Why is that?
Because the activities that are linked to music are all very expensive. It's difficult enough for commoners to survive as it is.
Is life really that tough for commoners?
I heard that because of the snowstorm last year, the harvest wasn't good in many places. The price of flour and bread has also been continuously rising this year. So many people can't keep up anymore.
That's right, Charlie just came back from grocery shopping earlier and he heard that a group of mobsters were executed in the slums.
What did they do?
They revolted against the tax collectors. The royal family suddenly announced a new tax law this year. Many people can't afford it. My apologies. We shouldn't have spoken negatively about this. What the nobles are doing is definitely correct.
Don't be tense. It's all right. Can you tell me about this in more detail? About the ones who died. Why aren't you saying anything?
Just now, when you guys were talking about the mobsters, it was different from what I had read in the newspaper.
What have you read in the newspaper?
It said that they were thieves, monsters who killed without batting an eye. They were a group of vicious thugs, with ripped clothes and fierce expressions. Just like rodents that lurk in the dark, they steal and wreak havoc. They are people that shouldn't exist.
Then which one do you think is the truth?
I do not know. The things I thought I knew, are they the truth? Or are they just lies that were meticulously fabricated?
The conflicts in this era seem to be more complicated than I had expected. Since you don't know, let's just go and confirm it.
What?
People can lie, but the truth doesn't change. Since you don't know who to believe, why don't we just go and find out for ourselves? The only problem right now is, would you be willing to let go of your prejudices and try to be understanding?
I got it. After all, I've promised to spend a week trying to understand them. So, what do I have to do?
Of course it's to.
You want to perform for them again?
Not me. Us. Let's play a duet.
I'm sorry, young master. It wasn't intentional. I was so captivated by how beautiful it was. I'm very sorry to have interrupted you, young master.
Why are you looking at me?
Signals for help.
Tell her it's all right.
It's all right. Thank you for the applause.
I wouldn't dare to.
Don't be scared. Our young master here just wants to get to know you guys. He'll most likely converse with you more often in the coming weeks. There's no need to be so tense every time. Isn't that right, Charles? During the next few days, Charles and I started getting to know the daily lives of the servants. At first, everyone was anxious and uneasy. But, gradually, everyone started to relax. Even Charles started asking questions on his own rather than just being a silent bystander. The mood started brightening from its original awkward state as well. But, Charles?
You should come in. I'll just wait for you outside.
Is there something wrong? We talked about this yesterday, that we'd tour the servants' living quarters and observe their work duties today. He was quite cooperative when we were asking about their work, although he was just standing and observing from the side. But as soon as we reached the servants' living quarters, he seemed to be distracted. Do you not want to go in and look around?
It's fine. I knew that the servants live in the basement, but, not only is it narrow, dark, and damp, the ventilation here is terrible as well. Is this place even inhabitable?
Because the masters don't usually step foot in here, everything is rather crude. I can get some servants to come by and clean up first. Young masters, please visit again tomorrow.
So, is he disgusted by the state of the living quarters? Well, it was difficult enough to get him to agree to accompany me in getting to know the servants. If you don't feel comfortable, then just wait for me in the corridor outside, all right?
Do you have to go in? I don't want him to go to a place like that. But he'd probably be very disappointed in me if I were to stop him, right?
I want you to see the reality. But only under the basis that it's out of your own free will. So I'll help you work on that from now on, all right?
Okay. So, what did you talk about with the servants?
Nothing much. They just showed me around and told me how they use the space. There are 4 servants living in each room. And the rooms themselves aren't big. Perhaps it's because it's the basement, so the lighting and ventilation are terrible. There's a bell in each room. And everyone has to rush to their positions as soon as it rings in the morning to start their daily work. The bathrooms are for communal use, and male and female servants are separated. Their usual dining area is also located in the basement. It's right below the dining room, which the masters like you use. Their living environment is very crude indeed. And I had never thought that there'd be such a huge contrast, despite living in the same space. It's like 2 sides of the same coin. There's an incredible gap.
Are you used to this kind of environment?
What?
You don't seem to feel out of place at all.
I guess so. There was a period of time when I lived in a place similar to this. It was a period of time that I buried deep into my memories, a time where I was trying to find myself. To me, the only difference between a place that looks grand or crude is the feeling it gives off. Although an elegant place will definitely make one feel much more comfortable compared to its opposite, there's not much difference in their essence. They are all places that people live in, after all. Let's stop talking about this. After these past 2 days of observation, you should have a better understanding of the servants' daily lives. What are your thoughts on the matter?
My thoughts: they're conducting dry and repetitive work. They chit-chat about trivial matters. It's all very boring.
Boring.
However, it's very different from the fake flattery and pleasantries of a ball, or the usual small talk of nobles that carry an ulterior motive. The servants are simple and pure. What about you? What are your thoughts?
I find it quite unbelievable. We're all humans. Yet our living conditions and how we are treated in life are decided based upon the family background we are born into. There's not even a chance for anyone to work hard and climb their way up. And all of this is only 200 years before the era I came from.
What's so unbelievable about that?
Perhaps you'll understand this in the future. Well then, now that we've familiarized ourselves with the servants' lifestyle, why don't we go see the city?
Where do you want to go? The security is quite poor in some areas, so it might be dangerous.
Oh, right. When we were conversing with the servants before, they mentioned that there'll be a public celebration in 3 days. What's that about?
It's a celebration held by the royal family. It's the liveliest time of the year. There will be many events. The theater will be open for free, and there will be musicians specially invited to perform at the city square. Just remember to bring along 2 servants if you're going.
What about you?
Nobles like me don't go out in public. There will be activities held in the palace. We usually just go there.
Must you go?
It's to meet more people. Nobody would pass up this opportunity. There will be those of higher rank in attendance.
Is that what you want?
For as long as I can remember, my father has always brought me along to perform at all kinds of formal events like those. To him, music is nothing but a tool to gain fame and renown. I don't actually like it.
Don't go if you don't like it then. How about you come with me to the city?
Father won't grant me permission.
Just tell him you don't feel well that day, and that there's no other way around it. He wouldn't force you to go, would he? Don't tell me, you've never played hooky before. Hee, you're such a well-behaved boy. I feel like I'm corrupting a pure child. Well then, would you like to try playing hooky for once? Lizzie said that we should be able to see the city streets in 5 minutes by following this path.
Why do we have to sneak around?
Don't you feel any guilt when slacking off? Don't you think that your father will find out that you're lying if we just saunter out the front door? Ah! I can see the crowd already. Let's hurry up.
All right.
It really is just as lively as everyone said it would be. Didn't you say that there'd be musicians performing? Where are they?
It's at the town square. A few more steps and we should be able to see them. You seem to be very thrilled.
I rarely got to join in on the fun in the town back then.
Enjoy the festival.
Thank you. What's the meaning of this?
By accepting that, it means that you've accepted the invitation.
The
invitation to take the other party's place and join the dance circle.
What? Hold on, I don't even know how to dance. Let's just leave.
It'd be very rude to just leave after accepting the invitation. It's very easy, so just follow me and dance along.
The heat that spread from the palms of his hands is burning hot.
Enjoy the festival. You're still not leaving? Do you want to dance a second song?
What's with this weird rule?
Isn't this common knowledge?
I only came here to listen to the performance.
Don't just simply accept whatever others give you then.
Anyway, I should still thank you. I was very happy just then.
Did you enjoy the dance?
That's not it. I just enjoy this lively atmosphere.
Then you should take a look inside the palace. I can guarantee that, right now, it's way more lively than it is here.
That's not the kind of liveliness I'm talking about.
It's different indeed. I had only ever heard of this from others and I had never actually witnessed it firsthand. Apparently, the musicians here were specially invited to perform, but they all seem to be just some third-rate musicians, as some of the pitches played aren't very accurate. However, the atmosphere here truly is lively. For the first time, I experienced how infectious music can be. Their music might not be mature, but it's definitely full of life. And completely different from the liveliness of a ball. Where do you want to go next?
2.
You brat. Stop right there.
Help me please, they are trying to steal my food.
Hey, you brat. Are you still trying to run away? Hurry up and return what's mine.
Charles.
Are you guys in this together?
Gus. Look out.
What the hell is wrong with you both?
How can you still shout at us so shamelessly when you just tried to rob someone?
Who's robbing whom? That brat was the one who stole our bread.
We're fortunate enough to have brought some money with us before heading out.
Sorted out everything with money in the end.
What's wrong?
To think that such an adorable child would turn out to be a liar.
Demons come in all shapes and sizes after all. But the newspaper was right about one thing ultimately. It's always those with the most innocent-looking appearance who are the best at lying and stealing.
I'm a little later than usual today. Here, get up and have some.
You don't have to bring me food anymore. Just save it for yourself.
I can't do that. How are you supposed to recover if you don't eat?
It'd just be a waste if I eat it. My illness won't go away by itself. So stop getting me food. I won't eat it even if you do.
If you're not eating, then I'm not eating either. If you want to die, then we'll die together.
You.
Sister, I only have you left now. Anything you want, I'll do it for you. So please, I beg of you, don't leave me behind.
Oh right. When will your father be back? We have to get back before then.
It's still early. The banquet won't be over this soon.
We should head back anyway. I happen to be feeling hungry.
Didn't you eat before we left?
Well, I must have digested it all since we've been walking around all this time.
Didn't you say that you were hungry? Why aren't you eating?
Can I suggest a change of place? I've always thought that this place was fitting for reading while having tea. I really miss the huge floor-length windows back at home.
In the alleyway, I thought you wouldn't be able to win that fight.
Don't look down on me. I used to be great at fighting. What's with that doubtful look of yours? It's a thing of the past, in any case.
Why did you fight in the past?
Back then, I just wanted to experience the feelings of impulsivity and rage. Ever since I was a kid, I never had time to hang out with others, as I was stuck inside practicing the piano. My father was very strict with my upbringing, from the way I lived to the way I practiced the piano. I've been lauded a genius since I was young. However, I was nothing more than a puppet.
Have we finished collecting everyone's trip fares?
Gus said he's not going, as he has to practice the piano.
How pitiful. Is it true that he's not allowed to do anything but practice the piano every day?
Who knows? He never plays with us anyway.
At the time, I thought that it was normal. That was until when I made friends in junior high. I realized that I was like a domesticated animal compared to them. So, I joined them. I thought that if I left that place, I would be able to find myself. But I realized soon after that what I did was completely meaningless.
Do you really think that doing this will help you prove your worth? From now on, you're not allowed to think about anything else but your piano practice.
It's much easier to domesticate an animal than for it to return to the wild. I locked those memories away, and every other unnecessary thought. I followed Father's words and obediently walked down this path that had been perfectly laid out for me. It was much easier that way. But, fortunately enough, I do enjoy playing the piano. That's why. This is the only matter that I do not want to admit defeat to. I must achieve recognition for my piano skills.
I guess we're quite similar in that sense. But you're better than me. I don't even know if I actually like music, or if I'm only doing this to fulfill my father's desires.
Isn't that an easy question? If you feel happy doing music, you must like it then.
Do you feel happy when playing the piano?
Of course. Don't you feel happy playing?
I can't say I was genuinely happy playing back then. Well, strictly speaking, it was only recently that I got to experience how relaxing and joyous music could be. Ever since. If we can keep going just like this, then perhaps, one day, I'll find out what it is that I truly want. Weren't we in town 2 days ago? Why are you making me come along again?
Well, that was during the festival, right? I want to see what it's like normally.
What's there to see? Aren't all commoners alike?
Well, that's... Stop right there. It's you.
It's that boy. Let's bring him to the authorities.
No! I didn't want to steal either. And I won't do it anymore. Please, I beg of you, don't bring me to the authorities. If I get arrested, then sister.
How old are you?
I'm 7.
Why did you have to go out and steal? Where's your family?
After father got sick and passed away, mother left us and went away with a stranger. Sister has always had a weak body. After finishing all the medicine left from before, her sickness started getting even worse. We're already poor, but the tax collectors are still knocking on our door asking for money every month. That's why I had no other choice but to steal.
How are we supposed to know that you're not just lying to get us to let you off?
Charles, can you bring us to your sister? We might be able to help you.
Wait, could you please not tell my sister about me stealing things?
We won't say a thing.
Thank you. Sister, are you awake?
Ian, didn't you go to work? Why are you back already? Who are they?
They are.
We work with him and coincidentally passed by here today. Ian said that he wanted to come inside and see how you're doing. Her face looks so pale.
My apologies. He must have troubled you.
Ah, there's no need to get up. Please rest, we were just about to leave anyway.
Please excuse my rudeness, I'm fine. You should get back to work now.
Yeah. You both believe me now, right? I didn't want to steal either, but when I went looking for work, they said I was too small. I really don't know what to do. I'm not afraid of death, but I don't want to watch as my sister dies. Why is it that those nobles get to take our money and live on without a single worry? We're all just trying to survive here. This is just so unfair.
Do you want to work? Answer me.
Yes.
I'll have someone arrange a job for you at the manor. You'll have an income and your sister will be seen by a doctor then. But you're still small, and might only be assigned odd jobs. Those are usually even more tiring. Are you sure you'll be alright?
No problem at all. Are you both?
We're those nobles that you were complaining about. The Francis Manor. Remember to be there tomorrow morning.
All right.
What's wrong?
I didn't think you'd actually help him.
Do I really look that cold?
Are you serious?
I just felt a little regretful suddenly. I also had my doubts when the new tax law was promulgated. But the royal family kept telling us that the townspeople were rich enough and that a higher tax would be reasonable. However, it doesn't seem that way at all now that I look at it. The townspeople own nothing and work hard just to survive. Whereas the nobles live life without a single care in the world on wealth taken from the others. It's very unfair indeed. I suppose this is exactly what they're trying to hide away and cover up. I wonder how many more injustices there are under imperial rule.
Charles.
I'm fine. Let's head back. How many people are there just turning a blind eye? And how many more are there weaving this huge web of lies?
Where was it again you said Charles went? Where was it you said you went? I can't believe that. Not only are you skipping piano practice, but you even went to fool around in the slums? Don't you know what those people are like?
Then tell me, Father. What kind of people are they?
What else could they be? Nothing more than a bunch of brutes. You should be grateful that you were able to return unharmed today.
Have ever you actually been there to take a look? It's different from what everyone says. Father, do you truly not know about that? Or are you pretending not to know?
This should be none of your concern. Focus on practicing the piano. You are no longer allowed to go out without my permission.
Charles, are you all right?
I'm fine, it's just that I suddenly realized that I'm too naive. Father has been in contact with those people for so many years. There's no way he doesn't know about these things. But, I'm still grateful that I at least got to find out the truth before I became one of them. Thank you.
So you're the child the young master mentioned? The one who had to work at such a young age to take care of his sister?
How thoughtful. My little brother, who's older than you, only knows how to act capricious.
Is your sister's illness serious?
There are leftovers in the kitchen here every day, so bring some home when you go back.
Okay, enough already. No need to scare the child now. Remember to work hard.
I will.
Aren't you going in to have a little chat with him?
What's there to say? I only gave him a chance. It'll be his problem if he doesn't do his job well and gets dismissed later.
Who would dare dismiss someone you personally hired? In the beginning, I thought he was cold, but surprisingly enough, he's actually a gentle person. Even though he still has quite a sharp tongue.
I heard the royal family has been preparing for the princess coming-of-age ceremony lately.
However, I heard from my father that they seem to be in a bit of a tight spot financially. I wonder if it will be the same as the previous ceremonies.
Have you ever seen the royal family tone things down before? Also, what's there to worry about regarding financial matters? We can just increase the tax if there's not enough capital.
Do you think it's that easy? The new tax law has already caused a lot of discontent among the commoners.
What's there for them to feel discontent about? The royal family is providing them with a stable and safe living environment. Do they still think that they can just give nothing in return?
If you realized that the world you were living in was built on the pain of countless others, would you still be living at ease? Do you really think that it's necessary to live life in such an extravagant way?
Charles, what are you talking about?
To live an extravagant life off of the exploitation of commoners. Don't you feel uneasy? Do you really know what kind of lives the people out there are living?
Charles, are you really speaking for those low lives right now?
Why have you been acting so strangely lately?
Have I changed? I would appear so. I did many things that I never would have even thought of doing before. But those things were not as unbearable as I had imagined. On the contrary, after putting aside my status, I seem to have found something that I had always been looking for. Truth. Not what stands before me, this thinly veiled hypocrisy.
Have you gone mad? Do you know what everyone has been saying lately? That you, the heir of the Francis family, have been thinking that you're no different from the poor out there. Are you trying to be the object of everyone's ridicule? Why are you suddenly doing this? Who is it that's teaching you these silly things?
Nobody's teaching me. It was I who suddenly realized that the law is unreasonable. That's all.
Who do you think you are right now, to say such things? You're still standing at the top, doling out sympathy to those people as charity. Do you really think you're no different from them now? Tell me, who exactly is instigating this? Is it that new teacher? You went to town with him that time too. Is it him?
It's not him. I found out myself. Father, do you really think that this kind of law is reasonable? It's clear that.
Silence. It seems like it really has been too long since last I disciplined you, and you've forgotten the consequences for making mistakes.
Lizzie, how's the situation?
Master kept asking the young master who it was that gave him those ideas. But the young master wouldn't say a thing. Master says he will hit the young master until he speaks.
Wah! Are you kidding me?
Sir, where are you going?
This is all because of me, so I'll go and clarify things.
But the reason why the young master is willing to take hits and refuses to speak right now is that he's afraid master will find out. If you go now,
then what am I supposed to do? Just sit back and watch him get beaten? Lizzie, I understand you're worried about me, but I must go. I was too naive, although I hadn't gotten to the part in the book about how Charles started the revolution when I was reading. With his status, he must have been through a lot of hardship. However, if I hadn't guided him, then he wouldn't have reached this step so soon. It's because I was fulfilling my own ulterior motives that he's faced with this situation now.
Gus?
I was the one in the wrong, so I should bear the consequences. I was the one who taught him those things and gave him those ideas. If there's anything you're unhappy with, direct it to me.
It has nothing to do with him.
Charles.
Drag him back to his room.
Father, he only said that because he was worried about me. Gus? Just hurry and explain. This whole thing has nothing to do with you. Gus.
Don't let me see you ever again. Next time, I won't be nearly as lenient. Bar Charles from leaving his room. When he admits he is at fault, come and inform me.
Yes, sir.
What a familiar scene, however, this time, nobody will come out for me.
Sir Gus.
Ian, why are you out here? Shouldn't you be at your post?
I heard from the others that you got kicked out. Sir, where are you going after this?
You can just call me by my name. Did you come out here just to ask where I'm going?
Young Master still doesn't know yet that you've been kicked out. I'm afraid he might not be able to find you later.
Do you know what you're saying? You've spent so much time getting used to working here. Aren't you afraid of losing your job?
This job was given to me by the both of you. Don't look down on me just because I'm young. You knew I stole things, yet you didn't send me to the authorities, but rather, you helped me. My sister told me to never take others' kindness for granted. I really want to do something for you both.
Thank you. Charles must be pleased to have helped you that time. However, I, myself, don't know where I'm going next. In this completely unfamiliar place.
If you don't mind, you can stay over at my house for now.
You can sleep on the bed. I'll just sleep on the mat with Ian.
How could I do that? You're ill. Also, I'm the one intruding here. How could I make you both sleep on the mat?
Ian has come clean to me about everything that happened before. We're both truly grateful to you too.
Even so. If you refuse to budge on this point, I'll just sleep on the doorstep.
How nice would it be if the world had more kind people like you? Then we wouldn't need to go through things like this.
Anyway, I'll have to trouble you for now. I'll find a new job and place as soon as possible. It turns out it's impossible to find a job when I have no relevant work experience. If I become an apprentice, I won't receive any wages. I'll even have to pay the training fee. I've inquired about quite a few jobs involving hard labor, but they reject me after taking one look at me. What should I do going forward?
Gus.
Charles? Why are you here? I'm not imagining things, am I?
I went to Ian's house and his sister told me you went out. Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Why? So suddenly?
Who knew you were this dumb? No matter how fierce my father is, he'd never truly do anything to me. But if it's you...
I'm sorry.
I'm the one who should be apologizing. Does it still hurt?
It's just a small injury. You don't have to worry about it. You, on the other hand, why did you leave? Won't you get beaten again when you go back?
I'm not going back. I'm not going back there anymore. Wherever you go, I'll go with you.
What nonsense are you spouting? You still haven't told me how you got out.
The servants helped me get out. They're all very worried about you.
The servants? What about your father?
He had some business to attend to and went out.
Then won't he get mad at them when he comes back and realizes that they've let you out?
I've thought about that too. That's why I ordered them to tell father when the time comes. Young Master was holding a knife and telling us that he would harm himself if we didn't let him out. That's why we didn't dare to stop him.
Are you sure you're not just spouting nonsense? But, does that mean that you're planning to run away from home? Do you really want to do that? Is this really the right thing to do?
Isn't your father just a tyrant? Why does he forbid you from doing things? You should stop putting up with things and just run away from home.
You can come and live with us. I'm really sorry, Gus. My mom is starting to ask me why you've been staying in our house for so long.
My mom also said that I'm not allowed to bring anyone home anymore.
It's all right, I'll think of another way.
How about, you go home for now?
Will things turn out how they did back then? Pointlessly struggling, only to return home in the end? Then what's the point of all this? Do I really want Charles to follow me and suffer all these needless hardships? You should just return home. This is all my fault. It's because I was too naive. This is my punishment. There's no need for you to suffer along with me. Even if I do this again, it will turn out the same in the end.
Gus. Do you still remember what you said to me before? You said that it's much easier to domesticate an animal than to return it to the wild. Perhaps, you've failed once before. Why not give it one more try? You were alone at that time, but not now. Now, there are two of us. One person may not be able to accomplish a task, but what if there are two people? I do not wish to continue living on in ignorance. I might just be able to escape these shackles and find what it is that I truly want. Wasn't this what you were thinking back then?
It was at that moment, things suddenly became clear to me. Perhaps this absurd, dreamlike transmigration will grant me a fresh start. My uneasy heart suddenly calmed down, and immense strength gushed out. A strength capable of overcoming whatever hardships may come.
What are you?
Thank you, Charles. I'm truly blessed to have met you.
It seems to have gotten quite late. Ian should be back soon. Let's go back and ask about the situation, okay?
All right.
They say that the old master became really furious, and he seemed to have contacted the sheriffs, asking them to immediately bring you back if they see you, young master. And if they see Sir Gus, to immediately execute him.
It's okay. It's still relatively safe here. Things have always been disorderly, so even the authorities don't really like to bother themselves with matters here. It wouldn't have occurred to Father that we would come here. In any case, the biggest issue right now is finding you a job and a place to stay.
Ah, I think I heard from someone 2 days ago that the owner of Bar Iris is taking in those who are jobless. I'm not sure about the details, but the offer seems to provide both a job and a place to stay.
Where is this?
It's not far from here. I'll take you there and you can see for yourselves.
You're here to find a job? The material of your clothing is not something that the poor can afford. Yet another young noble that has slipped away to fool around? Hurry back to whatever family you came from. You're not welcome here.
They aren't.
Ian. We're not going back. Besides, we didn't run away to fool around, we were kicked out.
Oh, and why is that?
We insulted the royal family.
Hee hee. Hey, did you lot hear what he just said?
Aren't you nobles just dogs of the royal family? You actually dared to bark at your master?
Nobody would wish to live their entire life as a dog, would they?
Well then, tell me, what do you both have to offer?
We can learn. We'll do anything available.
This is rather unusual. We've already had a few dispirited nobles pass through, but they were all just conceited jerks. However, the two of you don't seem to have this issue. That being said, I'm not some charity organization here. There are many out there who have the same to offer that you do. So why should I hire you?
We know how to play the piano and violin. We can perform here.
All right, you both can stay.
Does that mean we can live here?
Of course. However, Jones, bring them to their room. The one on the top floor.
Isn't that the storage room? Are you really sure about keeping them here to work?
They look quite spoiled. What can they do?
Don't you find it quite interesting? A noble is about to perform here, for lowlives like us.
Have you gone mad? Where will we get the instruments? Hurry and wake up.
We may not be able to get one that's new and in a good condition, but there should be some old, run-down ones. Besides, if they want to give them a job, then they'll need to learn to persevere.
It's a little messy, but you can just tidy things up and move everything into a corner.
This is a little messy.
There are no other spare rooms. You both will have to make do with this. Although the bed isn't big, both of you should be able to fit if you squeeze a little. That's all for today. You can just rest once you're done tidying up. I'll tell you both what you need to do tomorrow.
Why do I feel like they're intentionally making things difficult for you?
At least the problem of getting a job and a place to stay is resolved now.
It's so messy in here. Let me help you both tidy up a little then.
It'll probably be quite late by the time we're done tidying up. You should hurry home instead. It's dangerous to be wandering around alone late at night. You've already helped us a lot. We need to rely on ourselves from now on. It's so dirty in here. I'll go and ask the owner for a bucket of water and a rag. Just wait for me to come back.
I'll start moving stuff out of the way first.
We're finally done. Well then, the only thing left is... This bed really is quite small. Can it really fit us both?
There's only one way to find out.
It's quite cramped. How about I sleep on that side instead? My sleeping posture is quite bad. What if I accidentally push you off the bed in the middle of the night?
Have you considered what would happen if you fell off the bed in the middle of the night? You'd wake me and I'd have to move your unconscious body back onto the bed.
Do you think I would sleep through falling off the bed? If I fell off, then I'd definitely wake up. Hurry up. Let's change sides. What's wrong?
I must have accidentally grazed myself when moving things earlier. Stop thinking about it now. I'm not so weak that I'd get pushed off the bed by you. Just hurry and sleep.
Charles.
Do
you regret it? You gave up on living a pampered life at home to come with me and suffer all sorts of hardships instead.
Isn't it a bit late to be asking this? We've been running around all day. If you really feel guilty, then just keep quiet so that I can sleep. Besides, I don't think this is a bad thing. After all, aren't the things you want most always the things that are the hardest to obtain? It doesn't matter what I need to go through, as long as it's worth it in the end.
Hey, newcomers! Hurry on downstairs and start work.
Hold on, why did you?
If I hadn't hugged you, we'd have woken up on the floor today. Time to get up. Let's go downstairs and see what they need us to do.
Since you don't know how to do anything, we'll start with the basics. Hurry and finish eating, then clean the tables and floor. Before sunrise, finish splitting all this timber and stack it nicely. No slacking off. I'll come over to check tomorrow.
He must be doing this on purpose. He has been ordering us around all day, and he won't even give us time to rest. There are clearly other workers idling around in the shop, yet he intentionally chose to make us do everything. We're also given less food than the others. It must be intentional, even though we've not done anything wrong.
I guess it's because of our past status. Just calm down. Why don't you take a break? I'll try to get to work on this first.
You seem to be getting used to this quite quickly. Aren't you tired?
Perhaps it's because I'm physically stronger than you.
Jeez.
You really went and ordered them to finish splitting that pile of wood? Aren't those to be prepared for use in winter?
Even Kane and I wouldn't necessarily be able to finish splitting them in one night. Are you planning to scare them off right away?
They're just two brats who don't know how the real world works. If they can't persevere through something like this, then they'd better just piss off now.
We've only gotten this much done after working for so long. My hands feel so sore. Charles, do you want to take a break?
No, thanks. I have a feeling that, if I stopped, I'd want to give up completely. How about you? Are you thinking of giving up already?
Of course not. It's just that I feel like it's unfair.
That can't be helped. Since we've made this choice ourselves, it's only right that we bear all the consequences that come along with it.
That's true. I am really weak after all. If I don't have the courage to bear all the consequences, then how will I be able to find the answer I'm looking for? I've caught a second wind. Let's finish this up before sunrise. There is no such thing as fairness in life. The only thing we can do is work hard.
I wonder how much timber those two brats have gone through. In any case, it's impossible for them to have finished. Let's just go and take a look. If they're still splitting the timber and not slacking off, then I might as well pass them. As I thought, they're just nothing but spoiled young masters from rich families. Hey, I gave you work. What are you doing sleeping?
Charles. I'm so sleepy.
Ahem.
Owner, we're not slacking off. We only just finished splitting all of the wood, so we took a short rest.
Do you think these uneven timbers you split can be considered a finished product? Half of them need to be redone. That being said, this was probably been the first time you've done this kind of work, so this result is already way beyond my expectations. To be honest, I thought you both were just some young nobles who didn't know how the real world works, and that you would give up as soon as you encountered a little hardship.
I'm sorry, but we're not.
Haha, I do see you both in a different light now. Well then, I'll give you both the day off. Go get some medicine from Jones, and deal with those wounds on your hands, so that you can work more comfortably tomorrow. Since you both have this much conviction, I'll ignore your past status from now on. However, if you truly want to continue living here, then you'll have to completely leave your past behind.
So he made us do all that yesterday, just to see if we'd give up.
Just let it be. Let's deal with our wounds first.
To be honest, I lied yesterday. When you asked me if I was thinking about giving up, at that time, I actually believed that we wouldn't be able to finish it. I've never been this exhausted before, nor have I ever given my all when completing a task, like I did yesterday. Although it wasn't the best, we still managed to finish in the end. Perhaps, it's really as you said. A task that can't be accomplished alone can be done by two. Right now, I really do feel this way. It's lucky really, that someone who's weak and always thinks about giving up halfway through like me, met you.
Are you crying?
No. What are you doing? You shouldn't push yourself. You've only just been treated.
You really were crying.
I'm fine. I just remembered something from my past. It's all right. I feel like I can finally let go. I won't be troubled by the past anymore. I still have a future waiting for me.
Well, I'll be damned, Clyde. Where did you get it from? It looks all right, just a bit old.
Does it still work?
I got it from the Western District. The shop owner said he wanted to get rid of it because it was just taking up space. No one seemed interested in buying it.
The Western District? Isn't that a place for rich people? How much did it cost?
It was a hefty sum. They even had me pay for the tuning or whatever.
I had already come to terms with the possibility that I would never play again. Who would have thought that I'd get another chance to play? Thank you so much, boss.
Now. I didn't buy this just for you both to fool around with. If the customers aren't satisfied with your performance, I'm going to take the piano's cost out of your pay. Well, since the instrument is here already, why don't you play for us?
Why did you get 2 chairs?
It's so that we can play together.
How unusual. Since when did this place even have musicians?
Where'd you get the piano?
The owner got it from the Western District today. Didn't expect that, did you?
I really didn't. But what's even more surprising is, these musicians, aren't they just panderers who only perform for the rich? Why are they wasting their talent here?
Excuse me. We're just performing for those who love music. Status does not matter.
Well said. I didn't think that I get to hear such words coming from people like you.
Al, you're back? How did the business negotiations go?
Some issues came up, so I returned to discuss them with you. But, before that, is this little cutie the newcomer? Were you the one playing the piano just now? Geez, calm down. I don't have any ill intentions.
That's enough. Don't stir up trouble as soon as you return. Did the business negotiation go smoothly?
Not really. I got told off and they called us psychos.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Those guys who barged in earlier.
You should stay away from them as much as possible. I've got a feeling that they don't mean well.
Hey, you over there. Why did you stop playing?
One of you can perform solo. Gus, you come here and serve some alcohol.
Well then. You continue playing. I'll go.
You stay and play. I'll go.
Why is it you? You should go and perform. Let that little cutie come here.
He's better than me, so he's the best choice to play.
If that's the case, then I should just go to him directly and ask. Don't get so worked up now. We just want to ask him a few questions.
I'm quite close to him. You can just ask me if there are any questions.
So you're saying that you can answer any question on his behalf?
Yes.
Well then, I wanted to ask, what is his type? How about someone like me?
That's enough. Ayo, be serious. This wasn't what we were discussing.
He was the one being so meddlesome.
We just wanted to ask him if he knows how to teach others to play the piano. We're looking for a teacher.
He doesn't know how.
Forget it then. Go and bring some alcohol.
I shouldn't have drunk so much water before bed after all. Luckily, I didn't wake Charles up when I came out. I hear voices. There are still people in the shed this late. I'd better just walk away then. I should hurry back after I'm done using the restroom.
Who's out there? It's you. What did you hear?
I didn't hear a thing. Did I accidentally run into some kind of underground talk?
Oh, so it's you? Is your knight in shining armor not with you? It's good that he's not. Come on in. We have a question for you.
No thanks.
What's wrong? Would you rather we go out of our way to step out and invite you in?
That's not. Let's talk about it after I'm done using the restroom. Is this some kind of interrogation? So what's your question?
No need to be nervous. We just wanted to ask if you know how to teach piano.
We've been conducting business negotiations with some people lately. One of them said that they'd agree if we could find someone to teach their daughter piano. However, I heard that her daughter had already angered and driven away a number of teachers. If you can do it, we'll pay you. It'll be higher than the standard rate too.
If that's not appealing to you, you can ask for another form of compensation. We'll agree to anything you want, as long as it's within our capabilities.
Perhaps, could I ask for a violin?
Last night.
Charles?
Did I wake you up?
No, you didn't, but why aren't you sleeping?
I just dreamt of a melody. I wanted to write it down before I forget.
What is it? A single staff, a treble clef? It's a violin score. Charles seems to prefer the violin to a piano. I thought that we'd never get to touch any instruments again, yet we suddenly have a piano now. But a violin, in our current situation, I suppose it'll be a while yet before we can afford one. If I do it, could I ask for a violin in return?
Of course. So, that means you can teach the piano, right?
So
I was lied to today, after all.
Could I ask one question? Why are you asking me? There were two of us playing the piano at that time, right?
It's because you look friendlier. Not only is that other guy ill-tempered, but he's also a liar.
He's really not a bad guy. It's probably because you both just met. A liar?
It doesn't matter. And furthermore, an honest cutie like you is much more appealing. I won't tease you anymore. Go back and rest then. Remember that you'll have to go out with us tomorrow. We're really looking forward to your performance.
And so, you agreed just like that?
Well, I'm just going to give it a shot. I might not succeed.
I'll go with you then.
But I don't think that's necessary. I'm just going with them to take a look. Besides, the person who made the offer seems to be the owner of a big tavern. There shouldn't be any danger.
We're going together.
It's been a long time since I last saw this stubborn look of his. Then let's go down and tell them.
Are you a mother hen? Why are you being so protective? He's just going to try out for a private teaching job. Do you need to follow him that closely?
More than two of you guys are going anyway. One more person shouldn't matter much, right?
Then let me say this first. When we get there, you're not allowed to speak. You can only stand and watch from the side.
Deal.
So the teacher you guys were talking about is this kid? Are you joking with me?
Mr. Auge, you don't understand. Think about it. All of the previous teachers were so old, so how could they understand what young kids are thinking? They couldn't even communicate with your daughter, so how was she supposed to learn well? Young people will have more things in common.
What a load of.
Auge, they have a point. Why don't we let him try?
Fine. I'll give you a week. If my daughter's still not willing to learn by then, don't come back again.
If we succeed, then our deal from before.
Rest assured, I will keep my word. I need to leave. Anna, I leave the rest to you.
All right. What's your name?
I'm Gus.
Mr. Gus, could you come with me by yourself for a bit?
Of course. It'll be fine. Just wait for me here.
She should be in the study right now. I'll take you to her. But there's one thing I need to tell you in advance. Arya, this child, she's a little peculiar. We had her learn etiquette, musical instruments, and sewing. But she's completely uninterested in them. She's only interested in reading and writing a bunch of nonsense. But she's a girl. She can't inherit anything. If she stays unmarried, how can she secure her own future? We were planning to prepare a dowry for her while we still had enough money, so she could marry well. But right now, she's being very resistant. So, you might need her to first accept these things before she's willing to learn how to play the piano. Arya, how many times do I have to tell you? You're a girl. Can't you pay attention to your appearance? You haven't even tied up your hair. And what's with this posture of yours? Get down here.
Ah. Stop pulling. I'll get down by myself.
Didn't I tell you yesterday that a teacher would be coming today? Why are you dressed like this?
You're so naggy, Mom. He's just a teacher and not the king. Why do I need to get dressed up just to greet him?
Seriously, if you go on like this, who's going to marry you?
If I have to be a useless piece of decoration in order to get married, then I'd rather stay single forever.
What are you saying?
Although I don't know what's happening, just from what I'm hearing, is she going through her rebellious phase?
My apologies, Mr. Gus. To show you such a scene.
It's fine.
You're the new teacher.
Yes, my name is Gus. I'm
not interested in who you are. Can you please go back from where you came from? I'm not going to learn.
Arya, where'd your manners go?
Ma'am, can I please speak with Arya alone?
All right. Then I'll head downstairs first. Later, if you can just come straight down.
Of course.
It doesn't matter what you have to say. You can save your breath. I won't learn.
May I ask why? Because from what I've seen, everyone else is learning them.
I hate them.
Then what do you like to do?
Writing. I want to be an author.
That's a great dream.
You're really strange. It didn't matter who I told about my dream. They only found it funny. Because to them, the best thing a girl can do is to marry into a good family. All they ever say is that it's not something a girl should be doing. Then what are girls meant to do? Learn proper etiquette, sewing, dancing, painting, musical instruments, or perhaps, learn how to read people's behavior. And then pleasing their husbands in order to have an easier future. I'm not interested. Since they won't let me do what I want, then I won't do what they want. That's fair.
She's still a child, but the way you're resisting now, have you ever considered that it might not actually help you achieve your dream? Resistance won't make them disappear from your world. You're just running away.
Then what else can I do? Social status and gender decide a person's future. What else can I do?
You're mistaken, you're not learning things to please others. You're developing a better you. There's no right or wrong about the things you want to learn. They're only inanimate objects. But you're not. Besides, if I haven't misunderstood, you're not rebelling against learning itself, but rather, the fact that you can't accomplish your dream.
Don't
get angry. I'm just trying to say that, instead of running away, why not face them directly? You have to become strong in order to accomplish your forbidden dream.
2 months ago, they burned everything I wrote and told me to stop obsessing over writing. If it weren't for the private teacher saying that I still needed to continue studying, they probably would have burned these books too. How should I persuade my parents even if I do listen to you? They've already planned out my entire life, so what else can I do?
Don't do anything unnecessary. From today onwards, don't think about anything else besides your piano practice.
Even so, even if they never understand you, you still shouldn't give up. If you haven't tried, then what right do you have to call it your dream?
Even if you put it like that, I've already tried talking to them about it. And they ended up just burning everything I've written. They want an explanation and a reason for everything. As if everything must have a purpose to it. Why can't I just simply want to do something? Why can't I just like something? I'm not trying to prove anything, and I'm not intentionally trying to infuriate them. I want to write. I simply just want to write. Is that really so wrong?
You don't necessarily need everyone to understand you. People like using the way of the majority to decide what's right and what's wrong. They only think something is correct when they're like everyone else. You're just different from others. It doesn't mean you're wrong.
Then what should I?
If the price you have to pay to start writing again is to learn the things you dislike, would you be willing?
Is that really the only way?
I'm just telling you the only solution I can think of. It still comes down to you in the end. Just how much are you willing to sacrifice for your dream?
Alright.
What?
Arya said she's willing to continue learning the things you want her to learn. But in exchange, she hopes you'll be willing to let her write again.
That's...
Writing doesn't conflict with the things you want her to do. So instead of constantly fighting each other, why don't you both compromise? Ma'am, you don't want to continue on like this, right?
Fine. As long as she listens.
Not bad, little cutie. How'd you do it? Come on, tell me. You really are. Fine, you guys head back first. We still have other things to do.
All right.
What did you talk about upstairs?
Nothing much really. I just gave her some advice about doing things the right way. She's quite a cute young woman. She's just a little stubborn.
Cute? You like her?
No. Is there something wrong with your comprehension? I thought she was just a kid being rebellious at first. But when I thought about it, maybe it was because she thought it would take a miracle to be allowed to write. Oh right, do you know how to publish something?
You want to publish?
Not me. Arya.
That might be a little difficult. I don't really know the details, but women don't seem to be able to publish as freely as men can. Many people consider women being able to freely express their thoughts and feelings as them forgetting their place. If they do publish, many women authors choose to stay anonymous in order to protect themselves.
Anonymous?
Yes. Or they would say they were forced to write. Or that it's just a hobby and doesn't mean anything to them.
Why? Can't they do what they want? Are they just accessories to their families? Is doing anything else crossing the line? Is that how it is?
Well, most people think that way.
Then what about you?
I can't say. My mother, she took her life when I was 5 years old. In my memories, she was always locked up in a room. Because father said she'd lost her mind. I once heard her screaming and begging my father to bring my 2 sisters back.
I'm begging you. Please bring them back. They're your children, too.
What's the point in bringing them back now? I'll bring them back when I need them.
To my father, since my sisters couldn't inherit, they were merely tools for marriage. They'd been entrusted to the wet nurse and were originally supposed to be brought back when they turned 3. But because my father didn't care, they never returned. Later, my sisters passed away in illness one after another. My mother took her own life soon afterwards.
I heard she used a paper knife. The whole room was covered in blood. How terrifying.
Maybe she really did lose her mind. When I cleaned her room, I always saw her sitting by the window. She'd be crying and laughing at the same time while reading a letter.
After that, my father prohibited anyone to talk about her. The wet nurse would also only quietly sigh whenever she mentioned her. I don't know what kind of person she used to be. But now when I think about it, she was probably someone gentle. I don't know if I should blame my father's indifference or society. Maybe things wouldn't have turned out this way if I'd been born earlier.
That wasn't something you could have controlled. That was the fault of society's rigid views and of your father. It definitely wasn't your fault. What's wrong?
Remember Ian said my father got the authorities to search for us? There are a lot of people here. Let's use the crowd to escape.
Hey, you with the blonde hair dressed in gray. Turn around.
Run.
Stop right there.
There might be more constables on the main streets. Let's head to the alleyways.
Let's climb the wall.
Give me your hand.
Why are you so good at that?
Jump down. I'll catch you.
I can actually.
Did you not hear me? Stop right there.
Hurry. Let's look for a place to hide first. He saw us. My apologies. We don't mean you any harm. We'll leave after a while.
Who are you guys? Hey, hold on, don't do anything. I know them. What happened?
We'll explain to you later. A constable's chasing us.
All of you stay inside. Don't make any noise.
Hey you, what's your business here?
Oh my, calm down, sir. I was just about to head out for work.
Did you see two men? One with long blonde hair and one with short black hair?
I think I saw them turn towards the right. It's all right now. He's gone. It hasn't been long since we separated. What did you guys do to be chased like that?
I heard the constables in the Western District have been looking for a guy around 18 years old with long blonde hair lately.
Did you guys just coincidentally bump into them? If it's not you, they'll let you go. Why'd you run?
Unless you guys are the ones they're looking for? So you're saying that you're the Francis family heir? And you're his piano teacher? What are you guys doing? You're rich, yet you gave up your pampered life to come out here for some excitement?
They won't attract those constables to us, would they?
It's probably not a problem for now, but later.
You're an heir, so why did you run away from home?
It's my fault,
Because I didn't want to continuing living in ignorance. Rather than numbly living in lies, I wanted to come out and see the real world.
Heh, you make it sound so easy. I've met quite a few impoverished nobles in the slums. For people like you who'd been born with a silver spoon in their mouths, it's impossible to adapt to such changes. Besides, those constables are looking for you, no? This one, however, simply got dragged in. Why don't you go home and leave this cutie to us?
That's not something for you to decide. What we choose to do is up to us. We don't need your opinion. If you're worried about us getting you in trouble, then we'll go back and pack our things.
That won't do. It wasn't easy to find someone who can handle Mr. Auge's daughter. How am I going to find a second one if you leave?
Father wouldn't let people know about a scandal such as his heir running away. Which is why he only had the constables look for me in private instead of putting up wanted posters. We were close to the Western District today. That's why there were more constables. As long as I stay in the slums and away from the main streets, no one will notice me.
Forget it. We don't have any other choice anyway. Let's just leave it for now. But once the lessons are done, both of you will need to leave. We will still pay you. And whatever you guys decide to do afterwards will have nothing to do with us. Jones, go get 2 cloaks for them. You guys should head back first. Be careful.
We're finally back. What's wrong? You haven't said a word the whole way back. Charles?
What he said was true. If they can't find me in the Western District, they'll make their way to the slums sooner or later. I don't want to turn into the reason you get harmed. You might be safer, if I'm not by your side.
Charles. I want you to live your life on your own accord. So I won't blame you if you want to go back. Just like how you don't want to see me being harmed because of you, I don't want to be the obstacle in your search for an answer. If you go back one day, I hope it's because you found your answer, and not because of me.
Okay. Perhaps there will come a day when I have no choice but to leave, but right now, I just want to stay.
Gus, you're here.
Morning, Arya.
Look at what I wrote last night.
You didn't stay up to write again, did you?
What else can I do? I'm so busy with lessons during the day, and sometimes my mother even drags me to balls. You have no clue just how boring they are.
Even dancing is boring.
Well, we're not just dancing. I truly don't understand. Everyone's wearing the mask of standard etiquette, conventional greetings, and ambiguous, probing words. With such thick masks on everyone, how do you know what the other person is actually thinking? It feels like torture to have to spend my entire life pretending with someone.
Don't be so dejected. Who knows, you might meet someone who thinks the same as you one day.
If only it were that easy. Frankly, if I really have to marry someone, I'd be happy if he was someone normal like you.
Was that a compliment?
Too bad you're not single.
Ha!
Yeah, that guy last time, you know, the one who kept glaring at me as soon as we came downstairs. I thought he hated me or something. And then I realized it was because I'd accidentally grabbed your shirt.
You've misunderstood. We're not.
Don't worry, I understand. The church doesn't allow it. I won't tell anyone.
I can't keep this conversation going anymore. Alright, enough about that. Let's talk about serious matters. Have you considered publishing the works you've written?
Do you think I'll be successful? You probably know how everyone sees women authors. I might end up failing no matter how hard I try.
I've failed once as well. I was so afraid of failing a second time that I didn't dare try again. But someone gave me the courage to push forward. So now I don't think it's scary to fail. What's scary is choosing to give up because of fear.
You're not wrong. Alright, I got it. I'll go to a publisher once I've organized everything. Thank you, Gus.
Do your best.
1 week later.
Arya, I know I told you to do your best, but are you even sleeping these days?
Not really, it's always almost dawn when I put down my pen. This is more difficult than I thought it'd be. It was so hard organizing everything and then pitching my work to publishers. But a lot of them rejected me right away after seeing my content and my gender.
Why? Aren't you writing fiction?
Well, you know how I mentioned in my stories that there were a few things I found unreasonable in our current society? They said women shouldn't get talk about things like that. It'll only draw criticism, and the publisher will be at risk. It wasn't easy to find a publisher interested in my themes, but they still want me to edit some parts. I've been struggling over that lately.
You can take your time.
I can't. I've already wasted enough time. It's alright. I've never actually worked so hard before, so it's only right for me to give it my best now. Enough about that. Let's start our lesson. If we hurry, I might even get some free time to write.
Alright. Arya is trying much harder than I expected. Although she's surrounded by obstacles, she hasn't given up. She's different from me, who chose to give up. I hope she can accomplish her dream. Am I imagining things? It feels like there are more constables on the streets lately. I better hurry back. Why are there so many people here today? Looks like I can't use this road. Let's use a different one.
What's going on?
The tax collectors are here. A few families can't pay their taxes.
I heard someone broke their leg while working, so they haven't had any income for a few months now. There are also others who...
Get lost. You're not welcome here.
Inhumane animals.
Back down. Are you lot trying to rebel?
Change the tax laws. We want enough money to buy food soon.
We're not your slaves.
Show some sympathy. Haven't you seen the price of bread these days?
Get him.
I realized for the first time, behind the riots written about so casually in books, were real, living people.
Have you seen Gus?
He hasn't come back yet?
No. He's usually back before sunset.
I think there was a riot today. He wouldn't have happened to be on the Western Street, would he? Hey. Where are you going?
I'm going to look for him.
Stop, or we'll shoot.
Gus. Come on, let's go. That was close. Are you all right? Gus?
So many dead people, there was a child. He was crying next to someone who got shot. At first I wanted to take him away. It was so dangerous. But then, why? He was just a child. I never thought I would see death from such a close distance. Those who should have been their protectors were instead stomping over people one by one as though they were ants.
Gus. I'm so sorry you had to experience that, but those things might happen even more often in the future. I used to think me being by your side would bring you the most amount of danger. But I forgot we were in the slums. Rather than leaving you and then not knowing when you're in danger, I'd rather be by your side to protect you. I won't let you go through these things alone anymore. I'm sorry.
You know, you don't have to apologize to me, because whenever I needed you, you have always been by my side. Ever since the beginning. Arya, what's going on? They're wearing black, mourning clothes.
Let's talk outside.
I'm sorry. It's been a bit chaotic in the slums lately, so I haven't been able to come.
It's all right. I knew. But you probably don't have to come anymore.
Did something happen?
My father, he passed away after being accidentally injured in the riots 5 days ago. He happened to be doing some business nearby that day. His companions told us that he was just trying to help someone who'd fallen.
I'm so sorry, but I'm sure he wouldn't have wanted to see you and your mother in such pain. He would have wished to see the two of you living on happily.
Yeah.
Then what do you guys plan on doing in the future?
A distant relative will inherit father's estate. If I want to stay here, then I'll most likely have to marry his son.
What about your novel?
I probably won't be able to work on it for a very long time. I'm useless. I don't have what it takes to provide for my mom so she can continuing living her current lifestyle. I also can't have her suffer with me just because I'm being stubborn.
When you can no longer trade your ideals for survival, the answer is already clear as day.
It's all right. This is for the best. It'll be good for everyone. Don't worry. Although I might face even more difficult situations in the future, I'll continue to write. I'm just temporarily compromising with life. No matter what happens in the future, I already have no regrets. I was able to experience how it feels to chase after my dreams. Thank you, Gus.
Just as I thought, sometimes, ideals and reality cannot coexist.
I feel even more helpless than seeing innocent people die in front of my eyes. She just made a choice. A choice anyone else would have made. Just like me, she chose the path others wanted her to take. But there will come a day when people like her will be able to live the lives they want. However, it won't be during this era. I'm fine now, let's head back first. It's not safe for us to stay outside for so long.
There's nobody around now. I'll lend you my shoulders if you still want to cry.
Is it really okay for you to spoil me so much? Thank you, but I'm really fine now. Let's just head back.
Okay.
We've already come across 3 crowd gatherings like this today.
Let's hurry up.
What has the royal family done for us? And what have the nobles done for us?
Is it a revolutionary speech? That voice sounds quite familiar.
What's wrong?
The guy making the speech looks like Ale.
They've turned poverty into the biggest crime. They've turned our lives into prisons. All so we can serve them for our entire lives. They've never looked at us as actual people. They have no compassion. They lower our wages yet increase our taxes. They've made it so we can't even afford bread. Our children have to starve along with us. They've made it so we can do nothing but watch our loved ones die. Why? Why do we have to endure these things? The king has forgotten his people. His Majesty has deceived and abandoned us. His Majesty lied to us by saying the increased taxes were for war and to protect us, when in reality, He just wanted to maintain the gap between the rich and the poor. Their palaces are brightly lit with grandeur, yet they've only created boundless darkness for us here. The reason we're gathered here right now is to look for our own light. Let's put an end to this endless night. You can continue. I'll be gone for a bit. Why are you guys here?
We just came back from Mr. Age's place.
Ah, I've been too busy these past few days. I forgot to tell you there's no need to go there anymore.
What's going on here?
As you can see, we're trying to start a revolution. Hey, I don't really want to listen to what nobles like you have to say about this. You guys should head back first. We can talk about your situation when I get back later.
Ian, what brought you here?
I came to check up on you. I heard it's been a little chaotic lately.
We're fine. Are you still doing all right in the manor?
I'm not working there anymore. My sister said it would create trouble for you guys if I stayed and if they discover it was the young master who recommended me.
So right now, you're...
Don't worry. The owners here found me a job running errands elsewhere. My sister's health is also getting better.
That's great then.
Hey, both of you come downstairs. We have something to talk to you about.
You probably still remember I asked for you guys to leave as soon as the lessons were done. However, since you've discovered what we're doing, we have a certain concern. Will you keep what we're doing here a secret?
We won't tell anyone.
Can we really trust someone from a noble family? Didn't they also run away from home? Will they truly keep it a secret when they eventually go back? Let's just kill them. The nobles have never treated us like actual humans, so why do we need to treat them with compassion? Since it's been so chaotic lately, the constables probably wouldn't even be able to find out who killed them if they're found dead.
Hold on.
Stop it!
Ian.
They're different from those nobles. They gave me a job when I was at my wit's end and saved me and my sister. Isn't that the same as what you guys are doing? Besides, they've already given up on their past lives. With how hostile you guys are acting right now, how are you any different from those constables?
He's not wrong. The reason we came together in the first place was to provide a safe place for those who have nowhere else to go. It wasn't to become the oppressors. We can't keep hiding like this even if they hadn't shown up. Since it's something we'll have to face eventually, we may as well prepare for it sooner rather than later. The two of you can stay. However, I need you to guarantee that you won't stir up any trouble.
Rest assured. We're even more afraid of running into those constables than you guys.
All right then. That's enough now. Everyone disperse yourselves and get back to whatever you're supposed to be doing.
Thank you so much, Ian. It's all thanks to you.
Ah, I was just telling the truth.
I'm sorry. The rest of the guys didn't really mean it either. They wouldn't actually lay a hand on someone innocent. It's just your status.
It's okay. It's normal for you guys not to trust us. However, we truly have no ill intentions. And we're very grateful that you guys have provided us with somewhere to live and work. If there's anything you need us to help with, we'll definitely try our best to help.
I hope so.
But, why do you guys take in those who have nowhere to go?
Do we not look like good, helpful people?
That's not what I meant.
Initially, we also didn't want to do something so fruitless as providing someone with a job and a place to live. But someone very important to us passed away a while back. Those constables beat him to death. And he once said to us, "You guys are still young. Don't turn into someone like me, a nobody who will pass away quietly." So we picked ourselves back up and thought about doing things to help. Well, that being said, it was still pretty difficult in the beginning. Of course, those who don't have a job are more than happy to work with us. But those who can provide jobs and funding don't think the same way.
Get lost. Don't ever come back. What a bunch of lunatics.
However, luckily enough, there are still people who are willing to help. And that gave us a glimpse of hope. However, to nobles like you, for thugs like us to say such high-minded things, doesn't it seem like a huge joke?
I think you guys are just ahead of your time. Humans are always learning and growing. The current social rules may not apply in the future.
That's quite an interesting thing to say. I know it's weird to ask this now, but I've never been one to remember names easily. So, what are your names?
Gus.
Charles.
I'm Ale. Nice to meet you both. I look forward to working with you.
Ah, I look forward.
Let's work well together. Gus? It's about time to get up now.
Why is it so cold?
It snowed last night.
Did it really? Ah, don't shut it.
Didn't you say it was cold? Your face has gotten so cold as well.
I've never seen the snow before. Before we realized it, 3 months had passed since the riot.
Good morning, little Gus. You got up a bit later than usual today.
Good morning. I saw the snow after waking up, so I stayed to watch it a little longer.
What's there to see about the snow?
My previous home didn't have snow.
Then you better prepare yourself. Try not to get bored from looking at it this whole winter.
The ones who were originally very hostile towards us have also gradually lowered their guards.
Gus, we're running low on bread. Go and buy some from Ron after you're done cleaning.
All right.
You should get some thicker clothes from Jones before heading out. Don't catch a cold.
Okay. The ones who I used to think were vicious brutes turned out to be nothing but kind souls. Instead, those who look high and mighty might actually be.
What happened?
A noble's carriage was charging forward, and it ran over a beggar crossing the road.
Is that enough money? What rotten luck. Let's go.
Just like this snowfall, there are many things I've never experienced before. The people struggling to live, as well as the growing number of.
Let's just go back.
Okay, poor people who are being pushed to desperation by the heavy taxes implemented by the monarchy.
It's been a long time since I last saw such a heavy snowfall.
This is nothing. That winter 10 years ago was way more terrifying.
It was the longest winter in history, and countless people froze to death.
But unfortunately, many of those who survived couldn't get through the famine that came afterwards.
We're back. Phew, so cold. Little Gus, is this for me?
Ha! This is for that table.
How nice of you. Good grief, why is it you again?
Enough. Stop bothering someone who's meant to be working.
I got it. Easy, easy.
Owner, you're such a serious person. How did you get a kid so frivolous as Ale?
He just doesn't take things that seriously. When Matthew and I brought him back from the heavy snowfall 10 years ago, he was a gloomy kid who wouldn't speak. It was about 10 years ago. We saw him for the first time during a heavy snowfall. His parents was holding him tightly, trying to keep him warm, but they were already dead. We thought he'd also pass away, but at first, I didn't want to bother with him. I mean, how could I raise a child when I could barely survive myself?
Matthew, we can't possibly help everyone.
I know. Just this once. Please, brother?
Fine. At your age, you should really stop giving me those puppy eyes every time you want something.
A person can only do so much alone, but fortunately, we can support each other.
We'll be leaving first then. Let's continue this conversation when I'm back.
All right.
What were you guys talking about?
We were talking a bit about the revolution. Some of their ideas were quite interesting. I feel like Ale is only ever serious when he talks about those things.
Do you have a lot of fun talking with him? Didn't you used to dislike him quite a bit?
Well, I didn't know much about them back then. They're actually all nice people. Well, besides Ale's foul mouth, but the owner did say that's just how he is, so I guess that's just a part of his personality. You don't have to be so nervous either. They're not bad people.
I still really dislike that guy. You seem to have a knack for closing the distance between you and others. He was also like this back at the manor.
I guess. You can do it too, you know. Just talk with them more and get to know them.
I can only feel the distance between myself and others. Perhaps it's because I've never experienced the things they've been through.
You should stop constantly pulling such a long face. A mutual understanding can only be created when both sides genuinely try. Try to smile and talk with the others more. If you don't reach out, You might never form a connection with them. You can have long conversations with me just fine. So why do you suddenly not know how to talk to other people?
You're different. I can feel a distance between myself and them. But you don't.
It's normal that he hasn't adjusted very well to a drastic change in environment. He was never the type to enjoy idle chatter anyway. Don't stand behind me next time. Aren't you looking for an answer? Isn't there a chance you might learn it from them one day? Why don't you come along with me next time and listen to what they have to say?
Okay.
Good evening, Gus.
Evening. Did you just finish work?
Well, we haven't exactly finished. You know how it snowed last night? It took everyone a long time to clear out the snow. We only just started transporting goods again after the roads returned back to normal.
That's the most troublesome thing about snow. We had to push back the work we were meant to do today.
Charles, come here for a bit. We were like that today too. The owner asked us to clear the snow outside. Our hands turned numb from the cold.
Since you've never worked in the cold, you should be careful about frostbite.
How could the owner make a small guy like you shovel the snow? It's such hard labor. Isn't he afraid of you freezing?
No, the owner didn't make me go by myself. Charles was also there. Besides.
That morning, shoveled snow for an hour.
So this is what the North is like. My hands feel like they're turning into prosthetic limbs.
Gus. My shovel is broken. Give me yours.
Ha! Are there no extras? Well, I guess you should go back inside first. Just leave the rest to me.
With the speed that you're working at, you'd be frozen long before you finish.
But.
Go back inside.
End of memory.
I didn't actually do much. Charles cleared most of the snow. Isn't that right? Char.
Standing in the back out of habit.
Didn't I tell you not to stand behind me?
What a surprise. If people didn't tell me you were a noble, I wouldn't have believed someone born from a noble family could do such hard work.
Hey, you too, why are you just chatting? Are you expecting the bread to grow legs and serve itself?
Sorry.
Coming.
What's?
You already helped me with the snow today, so you shouldn't take this work away from me, okay? You guys continue. I'll be right back.
What else do we need to buy?
We have one more thing. After that, we can.
Someone fell into the water.
Ale?
Are you alright?
Why did you save me?
Were you trying to commit suicide? I thought you fell in accidentally.
Are you okay, Ale?
Thanks. Why are the two of you here?
The owner asked us to buy some things. And this guy is.
It looks like he wanted to commit suicide by jumping into the river, but I ended up saving him. Why do you want to die?
Why would I want to live? Should I continue living just to watch the people around me die, one after another? What's the point of living in such a world?
You need to keep living in order to find the meaning of life.
Ha! You make it sound so easy. Have you found what you're living for then?
I live for my beliefs.
Ha, what use are those?
They can change societies.
What an arrogant brat. You're one person. What can you change by yourself?
If one person isn't enough, then I'll convert more people into thinking the way I do. There will be a day where everyone thinks the same way. Then, the world will have been successfully changed. Since you don't know what to live for, would you consider joining us?
Joining you?
We've been trying to help those in need by providing them with a job or somewhere to stay. If you're interested, you can join us.
What benefits do you guys get from doing something like that?
We do get something in return. Someone once taught me that people need the company of others most of the time. Just like how plants need sufficient sunlight and water to not wilt. The happiness we feel from other people and things is just like the sunlight and water. We are all connected to each other. Ultimately, we will become each other's motivation to continue living. That's why, even if it's only one reason, we hope that those who have lost the will to live can find their reason to keep living. I'll bring him over to change our clothes. Are you guys done with shopping? Do you want to head back together?
We're not done yet. Are you guys going to be okay?
I mean, I do want you to walk me back, but I'm sure someone will definitely object.
That's someone.
You guys should get back to your shopping. We'll head back first.
Ale suddenly feels completely different compared to when we first met him. Anyone would call them crazy if they saw what they were doing during these times, to leave their futures in the hands of a bunch of strangers.
But the things they're doing are all very admirable.
That's right. Perhaps it's the blind faith they have that makes people feel like there's still hope in this world. I'm starting to understand why everyone likes him so much.
Although I know what you're saying is true, I still don't want to hear you praising another person like that.
Gus, come here for a bit. For you.
A violin? It's been so long. I thought.
You thought we were going back on our word?
No, I mean, the reason you guys even promised me in the first place was because you wanted Mr. Age to join, right? But then the riot took place, and Mr. Age, so your agreement should be void, right? Besides, those other things that also happened after, I thought our promise didn't count anymore.
Since we gave you our word, we definitely won't go back on it. It's just that our spending these past few months has been quite high, so we had to wait until now.
Ha! Did you spend a lot of money on it? Just take the amount from my salary then.
And just how long would I need to deduct from your salary? Just take it. You've been doing very well.
Thank you. Charles. Look.
A violin case, a violin? Where'd you get that?
Elle gave it to me. This is what they promised to give me in exchange for being a teacher, remember? I thought they wouldn't be giving it to me anymore. Aile's a really nice person. Aren't you happy about it? I thought you really wanted a violin.
Me?
Yeah. I saw you staying up and writing those songs, so I thought you must really want to perform them. Did I get it wrong?
No. I'm really happy. It's just that, other than happiness, I also feel something I can't really describe. Have Ale and the rest come back already?
Yeah. I think something happened, so they had to come back earlier than usual. I heard them say Ale and the others saved 2 people from the constables yesterday. Ale also successfully persuaded the owner of the hotel on the corner of the street to join them today. They can take in even more people now. Even though we're pretty similar in age, he's remarkable.
It's happiness and the feeling of jealousy. Do you like him? He has a passion and ambitions. His existence is like a burning source of light. It's only normal that he'd like him. But, please don't like him. Like. Just me is enough.
Charles?
The words that almost slipped out just now. So this weird emotion I've been feeling this whole time, is because of this?
Charles? What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Why are you covering my eyes?
I haven't finished what the owner told me to do, so I'll leave first. You should take the violin back to our room. Should I tell him? I've heard about it before. How the church would hang those sinners, those who love people of the same gender as them. It's a taboo that mustn't be discovered by anyone. What should I do?
Charles?
Don't stand so close to him.
I've been thinking this from the beginning, but aren't you way too controlling? Does little Gus need you to approve who he can interact with?
Ale, didn't you say you guys were heading out? You guys should go first. I have something I'd like to talk to Charles about.
Gus, I don't know how you ended up being friends with such a bad-tempered guy, but if you ever want to switch him out for a new friend, know that we would welcome you anytime.
Charles. We'll take our leave first. See you later. Charles? What's been going on with you lately? He's been acting weird since that day at the shed. Did something happen?
No.
Then why were you like? Ale wasn't even doing anything. Why do you hate him so much? You've been getting along with everyone lately, so why do you always look at Ale like he's an enemy? Charles, are you listening to me? What exactly is on your mind? You've been acting weird, and you don't say anything even when I ask. What are you thinking? Is there something you're not happy about? Did I do something wrong? I can't know unless you tell me. Charles. Say something.
Because I'm jealous. Do you understand now? Don't you have anything to ask me? Understood. Don't worry. I'll ask the owner if there are any extra rooms available.
Ah! What was that? My head's a mess. The book didn't say Charles was gay. Wait, it did mention that he was a bachelor till death, but it said he never got to marry because of the revolution. Have I accidentally altered history? How did it turn into this? I've always believed that I will one day return to the present. Although we've become friends. I've never thought of Charles in that way at all. Good grief, then, do I like Charles? How strange, why can't I find him? Owner, have you seen Charles?
He just came and asked if there was any outdoor work, so I'm having him help John. They happen to be quite busy over there today. Did you guys fight?
Ha!
He asked if there were any extra rooms too. I don't have any extra rooms for you guys to use, as you please right now. So hurry up and reconcile.
Then I'll go look for him now.
Finish your work first.
All right.
Stop, or I'll shoot.
Ale? Are you all right?
Thank you, but I'm fine. It didn't hit me. Just grazed me. I thought you really hated me. Why did you go out of your way to save me?
I do hate you, but the things you're doing are very admirable.
Haha. You're a really interesting guy. Still, thank you. I guess I owe you one then.
Why are you hurt?
I ran into a few constables while doing a speech. Luckily, Charles passed by just in time. I don't think I could have made it back otherwise.
Charles.
Sit here. I'll go get some medicine.
Owner, since he's getting taken care of, I'll get going first.
Charles. Hold on. Owner, could I have a talk with him first before I work?
All right.
Charles.
Don't you hate me? With the way you reacted this morning, I thought.
Ha! I don't hate you. Wait, that's not the point. I was just surprised because you did it so suddenly.
Then, what do you think?
I don't know. I was living in an ivory tower before this. All I had to think about was music. I've never experienced anything like our current life. I've experienced many things for the first time. I'm not sure about my feelings yet, but you are undoubtedly the most important person to me here.
All right. I'll wait for you to figure it out.
But I still don't know how much longer I can stay here. If we're destined to separate, then perhaps it'd be best if we just stay as friends. For the first time, I wished I could stay here forever.
How was that?
Hold on, give me a second. Go again. That part at the end just now was a little... I didn't mean to.
I know.
You too. What are you doing in the middle of the night instead of sleeping? Is this the time to be playing music? Are you going to sleep or what?
We got too absorbed and lost track of time. How about we do this tomorrow?
Want to go outside?
Ha!
Let's finish composing this piece while I still have the inspiration.
Let's just do it here. We shouldn't be disturbing anyone when we're this far away. Let's continue.
Yes. Did you follow? Do you need me to play it again?
No, it's fine. I'll be done with just a few more notes. It's morning. How beautiful.
Indeed.
Life went back to its peaceful state for a short while. That is, until we heard about our defeat in the war. To pay off the huge debt, the royal family increased the already high taxes and forcefully took over privately owned lands. It was as if the countless poor on the streets and alleyways increased overnight. Ale and the others started to assemble everyone in order to protest against the royal family. The revolutionary group gradually started to expand as well. Beneath the surface of the still ice was a surging dark tide. How strange. Why hasn't anyone come in today?
It's Christmas today.
You too. I don't think anyone's coming in today, so you guys should head out and have some fun. However, remember to not go anywhere near Omid Street.
Omid Street. Isn't that the street near the castle? Do you want to go out for a bit?
Ha! Is that really okay? There have been many constables on the streets lately.
It's a holiday today, so there won't be any constables on the streets. Even if there are, they will only be at the castle.
What are we waiting for then? Let's go. This reminds me of that one time we snuck out of the manor.
Are you going to accept someone else's flower again without thinking twice?
Don't remind me, I was just about to forget about that.
Don't you want to dance again?
I've already told you to drop it.
What's going at the front?
There was a bunch of people holding a protest against the royal family on Omid Street, but it's now a riot. Just hurry home.
Could it be Ale and the others?
Why are you guys here? Watch out!
Why'd you?
I'd rather not have anyone die for my sake. You saved me last time, so I'm just returning the favor. Now hurry up and leave.
Quick, get out of here. The reinforcements for the royal guards are coming.
We're all carrying the rotten past on our backs, staggering towards a lonely future. We lament the love and dreams that have never burned out.
Although the winter may be cold, don't ever lose your burning passion. If nobody can do it, then you should be the light that breaks through the darkness.
In the midst of complete darkness, we fell asleep. Then, with the company of the scorching sun, we finally woke up from the long, freezing night.
There's something we ought to realize from this endless darkness. Hope doesn't come to us on its own. However, there's a burning light within all of us. Only we can end this long night. Ale resembles you more and more. Matthew, you both even left for the same reason. I've promised you before that once everything ends, we'll meet again. But before that, we will give our all to complete this.
It's Requiem.
Grant them eternal rest, Lord, and let perpetual light shine on them. You are praised, God, in Zion, and homage will be paid to you in Jerusalem. Hear my prayer, to you all flesh will come. Grant them eternal rest, Lord, and let perpetual light shine on them.
The people who had originally fallen into despair have once again regained their resolve. Is this what it means to have emotion in one's music, and the power it holds? The sound of Charles's violin seems to have changed. Charles.
I'm fine. I used to think I couldn't fit into their world since we grew up in such different environments. But now, perhaps it's because I lack their pure and genuine passion. I'm starting to find the answer to my doubts. I envy them. They have a light within. Their souls shine so radiantly, despite living in the darkness. Compared to the people I used to know, who were filled with nothing but darkness despite living under the bright light, they're completely different.
Charles. Do you still remember when we snuck out in the middle of the night to write a song? I'd like to watch a sunrise like that again. Charles, did you know, I actually didn't understand what freedom and equality really meant when I first became involved in all of this. I only knew that it was right. And I only knew that it was something you ended up pursuing for the rest of your life. There's too much injustice in this world. It's impossible to achieve absolute equality. However, I think I'm starting to understand things a little. Perhaps we'll never obtain absolute freedom and equality. However, everyone should still have the right to pursue a better life. Including Ale, everyone in the tavern, Arya, Ian and his sister, as well as others we only got to interact with briefly, who lived their lives earnestly. Just because they were born with a lower status, they shouldn't have to be oppressed by others and get drowned out by the ever-flowing river of history. There should be someone who speaks for them. They should be given the choice to revolt. And then, someday, everyone will get to live the lives they want.
There will be such a day. There are always more constables in the street in front. Let's take a detour.
Please, show some pity, spare us some food. Please give me some as well. I'm begging you.
Can you give my child a bit?
Stop right there. I'll chase after them. You go and inform the others nearby to come over.
Turn right.
Catch them.
Gus.
Charles. Is this where I die? Charles. Everything that appeared in front of my eyes was both familiar and unfamiliar. Have I returned? It's the 23rd. The day I transmigrated. Why? Why now, of all times? It's been a week. After I finished reading everything I had at home, I researched everything that could be researched online, and I even went and borrowed tons of related books from the library. The books did mention that Charles ran away from home because he didn't like his father's way of disciplining him, but they don't talk about what happened after Charles went back home. They only said, everyone thought the young master would return on his own after a few days. After all, he knew nothing about life's hardships. However, he actually disappeared for almost half a year. After Charles was found and brought back home, his father became even stricter with his disciplining. For a long time, Charles was prohibited from doing any other activities unrelated to music. He was only allowed to practice his violin. Most of the books only described what he was like after he became a great revolutionist.
His life is regarded as a subversive heroic battle. Through his music, we can clearly see how the strong forces that were against society at that time managed to overturn the insurmountable wall of old laws. The music he composed was pure and expressed his feelings in a straightforward manner. He managed to awaken countless sleeping souls with his music.
But what about the things that happened before that? Where should I look to find the things that happened to him before he made a name for himself?
Library.
Are you really fond of that composer? You've borrowed many books about him for the past few days.
I guess he's the librarian here.
I really like him as well. His work, Sunrise, brought me out of some dark times. What about you? What do you like about him? I meant which one of his works do you like best?
I love them all.
Looks like you really like him, huh? That reminds me. Would you like to have a look at this?
A diary.
That's right. There are only very few copies left of this book today. Parts of the diary were damaged from the war and are now missing. It was only published after being restored in 1930. We only have 2 copies. Both of them were borrowed out earlier, but this one was just returned today.
Thank you so much.
January 1st, 1875, just like that, the new year came quietly. But I've lost my most important person, and I don't know how to explain how it feels. That day, as I watched you getting pushed into the river, it felt like the coldest day of these 10 years. All of the warmth in my blood was taken away with you. January 3rd, 1875, Father grounded me. He prohibited everyone from talking to me. I wanted to get news from the maids, but Father changed out all of them. And the new maids wouldn't even say a word. I can only speak with my violin. Fortunately, the instrument and memories keep me going. But I'm really worried about G. I wonder if he made it safely back to the tavern. January 25th, 1875, the conflict between the nobles and the poor is becoming increasingly alarming. It's as if the whole world has been engulfed in a tense atmosphere, including the cage I'm locked in. April 13th, 1875, countless people are dying every day. Father no longer has the time to be concerned with me. He's going around fighting for his rights and interests. May 9, 1875, I finally managed to contact some people at the tavern. But they told me, "You've never returned." Fear took over me, the question I've been trying not to think about once again filled my mind. May 30th, 1875, they told me they couldn't find any trace of you. I killed him. June 5th, 1875, I was the one who caused his death, I killed him. Or rather, this world that I'm in, killed him. This world that brings only endless despair. And darkness. My fear swallowed me in an instant, perhaps, at this moment, I've already died. In that moment, I understood. The thing I want to collapse the most, is this high ground I'm standing on. December 8, 1876, the conflict between the nobles and the peasants escalated. Many noble mansions were swarmed and looted. Many people left this chaotic place overnight. Everyone's advising me to leave. But all the memories with you are here. I don't want to leave. January 1st, 1878, you once said that you hoped everyone will get to live the lives they want someday. If so, then if I were to die for this cause, perhaps you'd be proud of me. January 1st, 1895, Father passed away from an accident. I've joined the revolutionary group. Although so many years have passed. The grief and regret I feel towards you still haunt me every day, nevertheless, I hope they stay with me forever. They give me pain. But they also keep me clear-headed. Only this way am I always reminded to not give up. I will change the world. Then die.
That's not it, I didn't die. Silly, I'm still alive, I really want to go back. What do I need to do to go back again? Dad!
The teacher told me you haven't been to piano practice for almost 2 weeks now. And you wouldn't pick up your phone. What in the world are you doing? Forget it. Come home today, and we'll speak then. I'll be back this afternoon. Enough. This is what you have to show for all this time. You didn't attend class or practice the piano. And what did you just play? A dead version of Sunrise?
I really don't understand you. Wasn't it you who told me to give up on any unnecessary feelings and only focus on practicing the piano? Wasn't it you who wanted me to give up on all this? Again and again, I kept practicing so I could play strictly according to the textbooks. I've sealed off all the memories and feelings from back then, so that I no longer think about them. Am I not doing just as you asked? So now, why are you asking me to search for those things again? If it weren't for you, I would have never gone to the past. Then Charles wouldn't have met me and had to live such a painful life, because of me. And I wouldn't have to feel so broken right now.
I wanted you to give up unnecessary thoughts, not on all feelings. Over the years, your skills improved as I knew they would, but the way you express your feelings has gotten worse. I really regret it. I still remember the happy and curious music coming from you as a child. But just now, it was as if your music had died. I have high expectations for you, but I definitely didn't intend to overwhelm you. I don't know what you've gone through lately to cause such a change. If it's because of me, then I won't expect you to forgive me. But I hope you can walk out of it.
It's useless to say all that now. Teacher.
Gus, you haven't been to class for almost a month now. Are you okay?
Has it almost been a month? I feel like my memories are a mess. I'm fine. I'll go to class tomorrow.
I'm not here to rush you. I've already talked to your father. Si, you can come back whenever you want, but don't forget about your graduation thesis and the oral defense due in 2 months. There's also an exam. Although it's nothing difficult for you, you still have to go through the procedure.
All right, I got it.
There's also the final competition at Ville Saint 1 month from now, so don't forget to...
I'll go there right now.
The competition's still 1 month away. I'm just reminding you of the date.
It's fine. I'll go earlier to prepare. I should have thought about this earlier. The final competition will be held in Charles's hometown. There will be more traces of his existence there, such as a memorial at his former residence.
Welcome to Charles's former residence. I'm a staff member here.
Charles's music is known worldwide, yet he never left Ville Saint during his lifetime, even during its most chaotic period. He moved homes 3 times in total. This was his final residence. The other 2 places were destroyed in the war and could not be recovered. Luckily, this place was well preserved as it was far from the palace. After being restored in 1905, it has been preserved as a memorial site to this day. This place also holds the world's largest collection of relics from Charles's life. This exhibition hall contains the Charles's invaluable belongings from the war. It includes manuscripts of musical scores, letters, diaries, as well as his old instruments and the like. There's a total of 6 exhibition halls with 100 exhibits. Let's continue walking. This hall contains
the jumbled up memories from this period, all cleared up in an instant. My still heart started beating once again. I suddenly thought about how I haven't told you, I like you. But I'll never get to tell you that.
Gus?
Charles?
You're back.
I'm back.
You're saying, you're not from this era?
That's right, I disappeared because I returned to where I was originally from.
Why does this feel like a dream even more? I thought you had.
I know, I read your diary, I'm sorry,
It's okay, Gus. There's no need to apologize. As long as you're still alive, nothing else matters.
I only left for 1 month, so why do you?
It's been 18 years. Looks like our times pass very differently. Are you going to leave again?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Please let me hold you for a bit. If you disappear again, how many years will it be until we get to see each other again? 20 years? 40? Perhaps this might be our last time seeing each other.
Charles, how old are you right now?
Are you reminding me to have a sense of propriety?
Stop joking around. Hurry up and tell me.
I'm 36.
The book said he joined the Freedom Army at 37, so, you haven't joined the Freedom Army yet, have you? I'm glad. There's still time.
I've already joined. It just hasn't been announced to the public yet.
Since when? What? Didn't he join at 37?
I joined 3 years after you left. I've just been concealing my identity because of my father. Why? What's wrong?
Charles, don't bother with those things anymore, alright? Just leave this place. Go as far away as possible. Please, I'm begging you.
Didn't you used to want me to do those things?
That's because you're the Charles, and because I hadn't fallen for you yet then.
That really doesn't sound like something you'd say. Unless I'll die from it.
You won't. As long as you don't stay here.
Was the revolution a success in the end? Well then, all of this will have been worth it.
I know I shouldn't think like this, but is this really the only way? Does this really have to be our only ending? To watch as you walk straight into death?
In the beginning, I did it because of you. But it has now become a part of me, just like you. I'll be really troubled if you can't understand.
I know this is your lifelong pursuit, still,
Alright now. Stop crying. Wasn't this something you always wished I would do as well?
That was because I knew what kind of person you would turn out to be. And that's exactly why I can't find any reason to stop you. I will always stay by your side, no matter what happens in the future. The only thing I can do is to always stay by his side, even if it means dying in this time.
Right now, you're, really. Do you remember that you still owe me an answer? Can I hear the answer now?
I like you. I'm sorry for making you wait so long. You've improved a lot. It didn't dawn on me earlier, but I just realized the current Charles seems to be exactly how the books described him.
I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday, but does my name appear in your era?
Of course.
Then who's your favorite composer?
You.
Why couldn't I tell you liked me?
What kind of like are you asking about? I mean, if it's about your music, then you're completely different from what I read. Don't you know how your music was like back then?
Well then, which one do you like right now? Me or my music?
Is this a trick question? They're different. There are amazing composers everywhere. And I also like quite a number of works. But the only person I like is you.
I'm very honored to be promoted from a composer you like to the person you like.
Why do I keep feeling like I'm being tricked into saying stuff?
Will you play a duet with me?
Ha!
How many of my works do you know?
All of them.
If so, then let's see how you do. Have you heard of this one before? Here. Just continue playing.
I was completely carried away by the violin. The way Charles plays the violin has changed a lot as well.
Would you like to go out for a walk this afternoon?
Can we not go out for now? I still have many things I want to ask you, like, how did you end up living here? What have you gone through all these years?
But I need to go out for a bit. You can wait for me at home if you don't feel like going out.
Hold on, I'll go with you then. I suddenly feel like taking a walk. So much has changed. I can still vaguely see familiar shops and streets, but they feel completely different at the same time. Oh, right. How are the guys in the tavern doing now?
They're good. But...
Charles, what took you so long today?
He looks somewhat familiar.
Are you Mr. Gus?
The only person who'd call me that is Ian.
It's me. It's been so long. But why do you look exactly the same?
How do I explain myself?
It's been 10 years. Why haven't you grown taller?
Ahem. Now. Since you still recognize each other, I'll skip the introductions then. You two should catch up. We'll be over there for a bit.
Charles has really changed a lot.
Mr. Gus, I haven't seen you for so many years. Did you travel out of town? Charles used to get upset every time I asked about you, so I stopped asking after a while.
You can just call me Gus. Ian should technically be older than me by now. I just went somewhere far away. How's your sister?
She recovered a long time ago. And she married Augie from the bakery. Their child's 10 years old by now.
That's great. Time sure has passed. Do you know what happened to everyone from the tavern?
Many things happened after you left. The tavern owner got caught when the royal family thoroughly investigated all revolutionaries. Some of them managed to escape, but some were sacrificed. Even the owner, he.
Although I knew such a day would come eventually, but...
Don't be sad. Actually, the owner.
Good grief, I walked away for just a bit. What happened to you two?
Ian told me what happened to the tavern. I feel so regretful. Everyone, whether history or the people who come later, will eventually forget they once existed.
It's all right. Their beliefs will remain.
That's true. Do you have to work outside every day for so long?
Well, not every day. We've been preparing some things, so we've been a bit busier lately.
What are you preparing? Also, why did you keep making me talk to Ian whenever you wanted to talk to someone?
It was just some boring talk about supplies and funds. I didn't want to bore you. Oh, I suddenly remembered. Back then, we used to sit and talk by the window just like this.
That's right. To think I was so set on going back home during then, my thoughts are completely different now. However, it's not only me who's changed. I feel like you've changed a lot. You interact so naturally with everyone now, I've almost forgotten how standoffish you used to be.
Which part of me has changed?
It's like you've become more mature and grounded.
Was I immature back then?
You were definitely an arrogant, childish brat.
Looks like you really hate the old me, huh?
No, I don't. I actually really miss how immature you were. Unlike now, how you're so mature from going through so much pain.
So you're saying you don't like how I've become old and boring?
What kind of stupid inference is that?
Well, in any case, you have no other choice now. No matter what I've become, I've always been yours.
I take it back, you didn't become mature. You've just become more flirty. Who exactly is this sweet talker?
I really wish we could stay like this forever. I was originally really worried, thinking that maybe you would only like the old me and not the current me after so many years.
That's not true, you will always be the boy who waited for the sunrise with me.
Yeah.
Before I knew it. 2 weeks had passed. Since then, aside from that one time I went out with Charles, are you going out?
I'm going to work. Just wait at home for me. The study room has a lot of books. Feel free to read them if you're bored.
At first, I was quite happy. I saw so many records of manuscripts and ideas that went into composing music scores, as well as many works from amazing composers. I read them happily for quite a number of days. However,
I'm just going out to check the accounts. I'll be back in no time. I'm just going to check if there's a problem with the new goods today.
Every time I ask if we could go out together, I get rejected for countless reasons. No matter how I think about it, something just feels wrong. It's as if Charles is purposely pushing me away.
Gus.
You're back. Just in time. Could you help me carry these books over to that table? What's wrong with your arm?
It's nothing, my arms are just a little sore from moving goods today, so I lost my grip on the books.
What exactly are you doing every day? Why won't you let me come along?
It's just work. Nothing interesting. You'll definitely feel bored if you come along, and I'll be distracted as well. Are you bored from staying home all day? I thought you enjoyed reading.
I do enjoy it, but you're not even here.
I'll take you out when I'm free in the next few days, alright? Just continue reading for now. I'll go.
Go where? I'm going too.
I'm going to shower. Do you want to join me?
I take that back. Charles, where did you put the book I was reading yesterday?
Why were you here?
What happened to your shoulder?
I'm fine, it's just a small injury. I accidentally scratched myself at work.
When did this happen?
Today. Don't panic.
Do you think I'm an idiot? The wound's already half healed. How could it have only happened today?
Well, I guess it was a few days ago.
Then why didn't you tell me? We've even been playing duets these past few days. You were even playing violin with your shoulder hurt.
I was just...
Sit down.
Gus.
Shut up and strip.
Are you still angry? It was truly an accident this time. I'll be more careful moving forward.
Don't hide your injuries from me in the future.
Okay.
Where did Charles go? He was here a moment ago. I haven't seen him go out at all today. Did he already leave? But he always tells me before going out. Ian? Why didn't he just come in?
They've been really strict with inspecting goods lately outside of the city gate. A batch of goods got discovered today. Alan and Man were caught, and in order not to expose us, they committed suicide. The city gates now close at 8 p.m., and the city walls are now being guarded by armed constables throughout the night. It's said that you'll get arrested even for speaking loudly nearby. Everyone's afraid to go out at night now.
I got it. I'll go there earlier tomorrow.
Does Gus know what we're doing?
I didn't tell him. Don't worry. I'll handle everything. You should go back earlier. It's dangerous at night.
All right.
Gus. Why are you here?
This has to do with the Revolutionary Army, right? Every time you said you had something to do outside, you meant this, didn't you? That's how you ended up wounded. Why did you make up excuses to lie to me? Why? Won't you tell me anything?
I'm afraid you might get embroiled in the danger. You were able to return to your original world the last time, but what about next time? I won't let such a thing happen again. I chose to do all of this on my own. However, I won't let you fall into danger again because of my choices.
So all I can do is sit around and wait for you to come home every day? Even when I know there's a possibility you might never return? If I have to keep living under your protection so ignorantly and then helplessly face your death, what is the purpose of my existence?
I'm sorry, please give me some time, Gus. I need more time.
You don't have to worry so much about me. Did you forget that we used to live in chaos too? We've already come so far, so it doesn't matter what happens in the end, because at least we'll be together.
Then promise me that you'll put your own safety first.
I will. So are you guys preparing for a revolution right now?
Goods like gunpowder and weapons are being strictly inspected, and we don't have enough power to overthrow the royal family at the moment. There are also not enough people who are willing to join us. As long as the people can somehow still make ends meet, they won't want to revolt. The royal family understands this as well, so they've held back a little. Things have calmed down a lot these past few years. But it's still not enough. When both of your feet are shackled, and you're released from only one of them, it doesn't mean you're free, and neither is that mercy. As long as you give it enough time, that open shackle will lock around you again. What we need is a completely new world.
Is there anything I can help with?
You don't understand anything right now. Let's take it slow. But before that, I have a solo performance tonight. Will you attend?
Performance?
Yeah. I guess it's considered my job as well. I perform at night once a week. It's one of our main sources of income.
I've been meaning to ask you. Why were you alone all the time? Does your father no longer contact you?
He left in the chaos 10 years or so ago. He should be in the territory of some royal noble family by now. I suppose he's serving them in exchange for being under their protection. Let's drop this. We should have dinner, and after that, it'll be about time to head out.
All right. Suddenly, I realized, in all the books I've read, they recorded.
The audience was so mesmerized by his music that they were in a trance even after the performance had ended. The cheers always rose after a moment of silence, as though everyone had rehearsed their applause. He was a light within the darkness. In that era, along with those who shone brilliantly with conviction, he too became other people's faith. Wherever he went, he was warmly welcomed and ardently received.
The man who was called the people's faith. He's actually standing right before my eyes. Oh right, are you going out tomorrow? Can I follow you?
Tomorrow.
Are you trying to shut me up again? You're going to agree, but then you're going to come up with some excuse not to bring me at the last minute again, aren't you? Charles, I want to help you. I want to be the one to help you accomplish your dream.
I surrender. I truly can't say no to that. The way you're trying so seriously to help me accomplish my dream, you're really too cute.
Put me down already.
Are you embarrassed?
Who said I was embarrassed?
Your ears did. Ah, even your face is red. Looks like I'm right.
Oh, shut up. How did he turn into such a flirt?
The temperature dropped again.
Why didn't you bring more clothes?
I forgot. I left in a rush.
Don't worry. You'll get warmer once you start working. Come on, move these goods in.
All right.
It should be somewhere around here.
Gus? What brings you here?
Ian, great. It looks like I'm in the right place. Charles went to the Western District today, so he might not make it here. He asked me to come help you guys instead.
Help us, how?
Don't worry. He had me write it all down. He told me what I needed to inform you guys, goods that needed to be recorded and checked, as well as problems that might arise.
I see. but you might have to wait for a bit. We need to finish moving in all the goods first.
Sure. We're finally done.
Thank you for your hard work. I can't believe it's noon already. I'm going to the Western District to visit my sister. Do you want to go there with me to look for Charles, or would you rather go home?
Let's go together.
Ah, Mr. Charles brought his instrument with him today. He often brings his violin and will play for everyone after our work.
How long has Charles been doing this?
It should be about 10 years. If I remember correctly, he got into quite a huge fight with his father over this and ended up moving out of the manor.
I see.
Most of his weekly income from performing for the nobles goes to helping others. Just like what the late tavern owner used to do. Everyone really appreciates everything he does. Although I've heard that there are nobles who hate him, there are still many who like him. Including the poor who used to find him annoying before. Look, you can find people in the crowd who would have never shown up here before.
One by one, the music notes entered my ears. Joining my heartbeats. Everyone couldn't help but breathe slowly, as though we were afraid of missing any notes. It was as if we were witnessing music in its original form. At this moment, there were no ranks. There was no prejudice. There were only souls who loved music.
Yes?
This is for you.
Thank you. Why are you guys here?
We would have missed such a wonderful performance if we didn't come.
Excuse me. Since we happened to run into him, I don't need to show you the way anymore. I'll go ahead and visit my sister then.
All right. Your performance earlier felt very different from the one yesterday.
How so?
How do I put it? Yesterday's performance was very captivating as well, but the music earlier felt more soulful.
I prefer the feeling I get when I'm playing for them.
Is it because the ones who'd come here to listen aren't prejudiced people?
I knew you'd understand. It was something that happened a long time ago. But I still remember the first time. I saw the nobles and the poor willing to stand together and listen to my performance. It was an indescribable feeling. Perhaps we will one day live in a time where no prejudice will exist, regardless of our statuses. What are you thinking about?
Nothing, really. I just suddenly find it very miraculous. We're seemingly so small and powerless to change history, but we did. We changed history. This feels like a long, psychological war. Charles, can I ask you a question? Although I think asking you this question would be just like cheating.
What is it?
How exactly do you integrate your emotions so perfectly into your music?
About that. What is music to you?
I can't seem to answer that. A hobby? A habit? Or is it the only thing that shines in my boring life?
Our lives will leave a mark in time. There are countless ways to record this imprint. Some use words, some use memories. Music is just another way to record it. Through music, you'll be able to revisit things that were lost in time. And you'll get to feel the composer's emotions when they first wrote it. Along with their memories, their dreams, and even their voices. Vividly.
Isn't this melody from?
Do you still remember the time we spent at Bar Iris? I wrote this song using those days as inspiration. And I named this piece as Sunrise. Looks like you've heard it before. What's wrong?
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Don't cry.
I can't hold it back anymore. Whether it was the first time I entered this time and space, or now, I've always felt like I'm nothing more than an outsider. Sometimes, living here makes me feel like I'm just talking to a part of a history that no longer exists. I don't actually feel a strong sense of belonging, however. Perhaps, since the very beginning, when I first met Charles, even all the way back when I wasn't aware of it, I'd already completely fallen for him. Oh right, Charles. Is your birthday next week?
How did you know?
I know a lot. If only I could tell you. How are you going to celebrate your birthday?
I haven't celebrated any of my birthdays since I left the manor.
Take the day off on your birthday then. I'll celebrate it with you.
Celebrate now?
We'll celebrate it however you want.
You can't take that back.
Something feels fishy.
1 week later.
Charles? Isn't he taking today off for his birthday? Where did he go? I've prepared this for his birthday.
2 days ago.
What are you writing?
No looking.
What part of you have I not seen by now?
I feel like he's teasing me again. Anyway, you just can't look.
Alright. I'm just here to remind you it's time to eat.
I spent a week writing my first piece. I hope Charles likes this birthday present. Good morning. Didn't you say you had today off? Why did you get up so early? Did something happen?
My father has passed away.
Did it happen today?
2 days ago. But I only received this letter today.
I'm really sorry. Words are always so meaningless when it comes to life and death. Will you be going to the funeral?
Yeah.
How about I accompany you there?
Just wait for me at home. Besides, they should be back soon. Why don't you just wait for a bit? But we still don't know where they are. It's fine. I'm not that sad about it. I was merely a tool for him, after all. Now that he's gone, I no longer have to be that careful about covering up my identity while working. However, it is true that he was the last family I had.
You still have me.
I know.
This will do for today. It's beginning to snow harder, so you should go back soon.
All right.
Didn't the winter come way too early this year?
It's been snowing for 2 days straight, with no signs of stopping too.
You don't think there'd be a snowstorm this year, do you?
Charles has been gone for 2 days. It suddenly started to snow the day he left. Although Charles said that he would return in 5 days, I still feel very uneasy. Sorry. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I was the one who didn't notice someone was in front of me.
You're Arya.
Guess, why are you here?
I didn't think I'd get to meet you again.
I was surprised as well. I thought you'd left here. Since you never appeared in any of the news I heard of Charles. Are you two still together then?
Yeah. I only returned here recently. Have you seen him?
Of course. He's so famous, after all. Over the past 10 or more years, I've seen him appear in the newspaper from time to time. That counts as seeing him, right?
Well, how are you doing now? Are you still writing novels?
I'm actually writing a novel about our current social background right now. Although it's published anonymously, I'm glad I could at least publish it.
That's great. Back then, I thought you'd end up choosing to give up.
To be honest, when I was at my lowest, I wasn't sure if I should persist either, since nobody can see their future. And nobody would want their years of hard work ending up as a failure. Sometimes, we forget our original drive and passion as we go on. But I couldn't just give up without putting up a fight. That's when I thought to myself, even if I fail, I still want to persist. Why should I work so hard if I don't get to at least fail after trying to accomplish my dreams? I'm lucky my mother and husband didn't stop me from writing. Although the premise is that I must first fulfill the job of a wife. That said, my current situation is considered the best it could be. Besides, our environment has changed a lot compared to 10 years ago. The royal family is also no longer a taboo topic. As more people become aware of reality, the more the royal family lose control over the matter of freedom. Speaking of which, I'm really grateful you persuaded me to continue studying and pursuing my dream back then. The piano has also accompanied me through many times of uncertainty. In areas where literature is powerless, music will always help us understand. Thank you so much, Mr. Gus.
I'd almost forgotten. In the very beginning, I didn't start playing the piano because of my father.
Do you like the piano?
I love it.
Then, do you want to be a pianist when you grow up?
I want to play the piano forever.
I actually started playing the piano because I loved it. Thank you too, Arya. I've also learned a lot from you. We never know what will happen in the future, but love will prevail over all hardships. What did you say?
We just received news that the heavy snow has completely blocked the way out of the city.
It's already been 4 days. Why is it still snowing?
Many people can't even leave their homes since the snow outside is too thick. Sigh, I hope they aren't stuck on the road.
I hope they're at least taking refuge in a village somewhere.
Getting stuck on the road alone is dangerous enough, but with this heavy snowfall, the carriages will get buried in less than a day.
Let's just hope they're not too far from town.
The snow hasn't shown any sign of stopping these past few days. In fact, it's only gotten heavier.
Gus, where are you going?
I'm sorry, I'd like to be alone for a bit. I suddenly realized that this is an era where you could easily lose all contact with someone. There's no way for me to see him, no way for me to talk to him. Charles, are you okay?
Sorry for intruding. Thank you.
The snow really came out of nowhere. Good thing there was a house nearby.
Has this happened before?
In the past, continuous heavy snowfall like this would only happen during the coldest part of winter. But winter's only just begun. This is too unusual.
How long will it take until we can go back?
That will depend on when the snow stops, though we'll still have to wait for the road to clear up afterwards. In the past, everyone would just avoid traveling during times like this. Are you in a rush to go home?
Yes, someone waiting for my return.
It's been snowing for 10 days now, we can't even work. The snow's blocked our trading routes, and we have no clue when they'll open up again. If this goes on, the food supply for our town might get cut off. I heard there was a bone-chilling winter 20 years ago. I wonder if it's going to happen again.
Oh my God, guys, look. The snow has stopped.
What? Thank God, it's finally stopped. I hope it doesn't snow anymore.
Can we go out of town now that it's stopped snowing?
Out of town? Where do you want to go?
I want to look for Charles.
You can't. It's too dangerous. We don't even know where they are right now. How are you going to search for him? Besides, the snow's just stopped, and the roads aren't cleared up yet. What if you run into some danger as you leave town?
Then what should I do? Am I supposed to keep waiting like this, knowing that he might have gotten into some danger? I feel so powerless. Yet I have no way of escaping it. Is this how Charles felt? Even 10 days felt so unbearably long. But Charles, he waited like this for more than 10 years.
5 days later.
Gus. Good news. They said the road back to town is open now. There shouldn't be a problem as long as it doesn't snow anymore.
The roads are open.
Yes. They'll probably be. Hold on. Where are you going?
The roads are open, so I can go and look for Charles, right?
But we still don't know where they are. Besides, they should be back soon. Why don't you just wait for a bit?
There's only a single route back here, right? As long as I follow the route, I'll run into them somehow.
But they might have had to take refuge in another village because of the snow. What if you missed them on the way? Gus, please just calm down.
But I really can't keep waiting like this anymore.
Gus.
That voice. You're back.
I'm sorry for worrying you.
I should be the one apologizing. I'm so sorry. I just realized how cruel it was for me to disappear on you for so long. I'm so sorry.
It wasn't your fault. You don't need to apologize. Besides, you're the only one who never has to apologize to me. Before I met you, I was an ignorant man who turned a blind eye to everything. You awakened me. You helped me find myself and gave me the motivation to keep living.
But I haven't really done anything for you. Instead, it was you, whether it was when I first came here, or later in the slums. Even when I came back, you were always,
Gus, you've given me way more than you know.
You too. You are my longing, and the courage that keeps me going.
Morning.
Morning. The sun's already up.
It's a long-awaited sunny day. Do you want to go out?
It's too cold. I'd rather stay in bed instead.
Yes, sir.
What are you trying to pull?
I'm listening to you to stay in bed. What else?
I was just saying that. I don't actually want to sleep in.
Well, I took it literally.
Come on, get up already.
I'll get up if you help me tie my hair.
How am I supposed to do that while you're lying down? It's done.
Yeah.
How much longer is he going to hug me?
Oh, right, tomorrow's the celebration festival. Do you remember? Sorry, I forgot that the last time we went to the festival together, it didn't leave a good memory. Come with me to a place tomorrow. Tomorrow is also the day to pay tribute to Ale and the others. Including all the other comrades who were sacrificed in these 10 years, every year during the festival, we gather together to pay homage to them.
All right.
It's about time. Happy New Year. Thank you, everyone, for your hard work this past year. We're here today to commemorate the sacrifice of our fallen comrades. And to thank everyone who's joined us. It's because you joined us that we were able to persist for more than a decade. There aren't many left of those who joined in the beginning, but I've heard a certain saying that goes like this: more often than not, young people are the ones to advance history. You guys are still young, and you still have the courage to make a change. Don't be afraid of making mistakes along the way. I hope that you can change this part of history. Although I might not get to personally witness the day we attain victory, I believe that those who live on will definitely see the miracle nonetheless. And, just like today, keep at it. Cheers to freedom. Cheers to everyone who has worked hard for this. Whether it be the ones who are still alive, or the ones who have passed.
Why did you suddenly stop talking?
It's like life and death isn't important here anymore. The ones who die believe that someone will take their place in walking down the rest of the road. They don't ask to be remembered or honored. They only wish that tomorrow will come even if they never get to see it. All this work is much more admirable than I thought.
Charles, Gus. Why are you two sitting here in the corner so quietly? Come on, you get a wish in exchange for drinking a cup of wine. Will you do it?
Shoo, shoo. Go and play somewhere else.
Ah, don't be a killjoy, 3 cups will do.
It's fine. I want to drink. 1 cup for a wish. Is that right? Well, then, first cup. May there be endless light guiding you guys wherever you go in the future. Second cup. May all hardships eventually pave the way for you to overcome everything that comes your way. And lastly, may I have the honor of accompanying you guys until the end.
That was great. Here, I'll give you another toast.
All right now. 3 is enough.
Charles, why are you acting like an overprotective father? You don't have to be so strict with an adult, do you?
Do you still want to drink? Gus? He's not already drunk, is he?
Stay still when you speak, stop rocking back and forth. It's making me dizzy.
Hasn't moved an inch.
Did you get drunk from just 3 cups?
Who are you calling drunk? I have never been more sober.
Why'd you suddenly hug me if you're not drunk?
I'm hugging you because I want to. Do I need to ask for your permission?
He sure has guts when he's drunk. All right now. He's already drunk, so you two find someone else to drink with. Do you want to go home? If you do, I'll let them know and we can leave right away.
Charles, John and the others are calling you over. They have something they'd like to discuss with you. What's with Gus?
He's drunk, Gus. Do you still know who I am?
Charles, I'm really not drunk.
You don't look convincing at all. Can you sit here and wait for me for a bit? We'll go home after.
Okay.
Ian, please look after him. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Here, have some water.
Thank you. Did something happen for Charles to get called over?
Yeah. There's been quite a lot of troublesome matters lately.
Did something happen?
The heavy snow caused many problems, and we still don't know how to deal with its aftermath. Oh geez, let's not talk about such a heavy subject during the festival. I just hope that everything goes well this upcoming year. How about you? Do you have any wishes for the new year?
Wishes, rather than those 3 I mentioned earlier. I wish to have the honor to hear a piece of music composed by Charles after he turns 45.
Why 45 in particular?
All this time, I've been avoiding getting too involved in everything, out of fear that history might change. However, when it comes to Charles's ending, I can't help but wish it'll never happen.
2 weeks later.
Many of the crops were damaged by the snowstorm, and the rivers are frozen. All primary means of transportation are now blocked. Wells are frozen, making drinking water even harder to retrieve. And ready-made grains can't be grounded into flour. Along with the dwindling of food supplies, the price of bread just keeps rising.
Many business owners couldn't make much profit and have even started lowering wages or delaying pay.
To protest against the decreasing wages and increasing bread prices, there have been multiple riots.
I heard that some people from certain areas and villages have had to travel to other big cities because of extreme food shortages. Recently, many refugees from nearby towns and villages were turned away from the city gates. Bandits have also been increasing in many places. They've attacked some cities, municipal offices, and city gates. Right now, everyone's living in fear and anxiety.
Putting aside what's happening outside the city, the number of poor in these slums are also increasing significantly. We've also reached our limit on the number of people we can take in.
Weren't there a few hotel owners who agreed to help us?
They went back on their word. The freezing winter came too unexpectedly. Many people just want to keep their own property safe for now.
Heavy atmosphere.
I'll clean up around the house and sort out some things in the next 2 days. We'll make this place a simple shelter. Those who have no place to stay can live here.
Charles, I know you're kind, but kindness alone won't suffice. There are way too many people who need help, and some are no longer clear-headed after being hungry and in pain for so long.
It's all right. We'll just do our best. I understand why those businessmen would go back on their words. Most of us don't know just how agonizing it is for victims. We humans have no way of imagining the pain of something we've never gone through. So naturally, we won't continuously choose to stand on the victim's side. But I hope you all can think about something. What if, one day, you're the one going through such pain? Would you want someone to help you then? Would you fall into despair if others remain indifferent to your suffering? Everyone goes through despair, but nobody would want to go through it alone. Besides, this might just be an opportunity. It's about time for someone to light up a burning passion in this chilling winter.
In the following month, members of the Freedom Army started giving revolutionary speeches on every street. Whether big or small.
In this bone-chilling winter, whose death have you witnessed? We've witnessed the death of the system and those who've been swallowed by that old system.
To this day, the old system is holding us back from advancing. So where should the revolution begin? It should start with us. It should start with our souls that are still asleep and silent.
Only slaves would choose to remain silent and mutely curse their lives.
We may not get to choose our backgrounds, but we can choose to make a change.
It's time we unlock the shackles on our feet and stand up for ourselves. We've been enduring pain and suffering, yet we remain unheard.
But we continue to work earnestly to survive. We continue to love the ones by our side.
Even when our hearts and minds are screaming.
We've never been lesser than others.
Long live the Republic.
We want democracy.
We want freedom. We want human rights.
We want to join you guys.
All those gathering in front, disperse right now. Arrest all those anti-political speakers.
Charles.
Get lost, you dogs of the royal family. We have freedom of speech. You don't have the right to arrest us.
Shut up, you lawless brutes.
You guys are the ones who should shut up.
To hell with your freedom.
Murderer.
You guys are the real brutes.
Go to hell.
Call for backup. These guys have gone mad.
Yes, sir.
We've already got the crowd to leave. We should withdraw too. Their reinforcements will probably be here soon.
Charles, let's go. He hasn't said a word since we got back. Charles, are you okay?
Too many innocents died today.
You guys were only doing the right thing.
There's never a clear line separating right from wrong when it comes to these things. There's never been absolute justice. The innocents sacrificed in a revolution will always outnumber the sinful ones.
We have no way of weighing right and wrong. We only know what has to be done. A revolution will always be accompanied by deaths. It's unavoidable.
It is a sin. One day, all of us will have to pay the price for it. I just hope that I'll get to see the revolution succeed before that happens.
But...
Silly, I'm not crying, so why are you?
But, you won't get to witness the day the revolution succeeds. After all, the books record that the revolution only succeeded 10 years after Charles died.
During the following 2 months, things only got worse. Due to food shortages, riots occurred everywhere, one after another. And the disadvantages of the free trade agreement signed with our neighboring countries only became more apparent with this snowstorm.
Since the implementation of the policy, it's clear that the nobles who already own countless lands are the only ones who benefit from it. On the other hand, ordinary businessmen can't earn much, and so employees' wages just kept decreasing. All we want is to make a living and support our family. Is that asking for too much? Countless factories and artisan businesses have had to close down or declare bankruptcy. Many unemployed homeless people are protesting against the royal family in the streets. And in the face of such a situation, what did the royal family and nobles do? They held a meeting and decided to introduce a new land tax to save the depleting funds in our country's treasury. They even ignored the furious people's representatives in Parliament and proceeded to pass the tax law. The royal family is taking us for fools. So many people have died in the past 10 years. It wasn't easy, but 5 years ago, we finally won the right to send representatives to Parliament, to voice the civilians' opinions and have a say in policy decisions. All these years, they've been pacifying us by giving us little favors here and there. Now that there's a huge problem, they just ignore us. Don't we deserve the right to free speech?
Did I remember it wrong? Isn't this something that would only happen a few years later? Did this current problem have so little effect on the future that it wasn't recorded? Just like that, the stalemate between the people and the royal family lasted for a week. However, the people couldn't stop the decree from being enacted. The people's representatives decided to bypass the royal family and nobles. They made a commoners' parliament and started making decisions and legislation on their own. This received the support of the masses. The atmosphere in the city felt as though everything could burst into flames with just the slightest spark. It's so early, what's going on out there?
Who still doesn't have a weapon? Come here and get one.
What's happening? Ian, what's going on? Where's Charles?
The commoners' decision to form their own parliament angered the king. The royal family issued a new decree today, banning all anti-government articles and restricting speech in illegal assemblies. They've gathered the army and intend to dissolve the commoners' parliament by force.
What? The royal family sending out troops to end the newly established commoners' parliament? Isn't that what happened in the July Revolution? Why is it happening so many years in advance? Then, does that mean that Charles is going to?
Gus.
Charles.
Why aren't you inside? For now, let's just leave this place.
Where are we going? Hold on. Charles. I'm not leaving. I want to stay with you.
We're leaving together.
But aren't you?
All right now. Just get on first. There's not much time left.
Charles? What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Gus. John will take you somewhere safe. I'll go look for you after things have settled down here.
You can't just decide that for me. I want to stay.
Come on, now. You're just going there first. I'll be fine.
You're going to die.
Gus, you don't belong here. You'll return to where you're from again, just like last time. There's no need for you to die here with me.
And what if I never go back there? Do you want me to live in a place without you all alone? I'd rather die with you here.
To have been able to hear you say such loving words, I can now die with no regrets.
Charles?
I'm sorry, what comes next is something I must do. How could I ever let you face death once again?
Charles? Who are you kidding? If our ending has been predetermined, then I'm going to make death be the thing that separates us.
Gus?
Charles, where are you?
The king has never cared about us. The royals even started a massacre to hunt down those fighting for our rights. Everyone, pick up your weapons. It's the only way to survive.
Ian, do you know where Charles is?
They brought the citizens to the arsenal. Are you going to look for him? Bring along a weapon then.
Thanks. I hope I can still make it.
Is this the end? I wonder if Gus was able to leave safely.
Charles? Are you alright?
Why are you back here? The two of us might end up dying here.
Charles, I'm the same as you. I was never afraid of my own death. I was afraid of yours.
Gus. Are you going back now? That's great.
Why now? I'll come back again. You have to stay alive. Do you hear me? You can't die.
Shoo. Instead of saying these things, how about giving me a goodbye kiss before you leave?
Charles. More help has arrived. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Let's go. Let's put an end to all of this.
It was later said that this was the most important step in human history. The imperial power was finally adjudged. The citizens made it to the stage of history as main characters for the first time. And this brought along the rise of human rights and democracy, as well as freedom.
The time right now, it's the day before I went to Charles's former residence. Has history changed? What happened to Charles afterwards?
Charles lived at a time when the royal family was already disintegrating. Gradually, imperial power started to falter as the voices of the masses began demanding freedom. Charles was only 37 when he joined the Freedom Army along with countless others to struggle for liberty and equality. Charles eventually died from sickness in 1915, at the age of 57. Charles composed well over 100 songs throughout his life. Through a phonograph, Charles left behind a few pieces that he personally conducted and performed: 9 piano sonatas, 5 violin sonatas, as well as 3 symphonies. The most famous piece among the 9 piano sonatas is Sunrise. These musical pieces have reached unprecedented heights. No one has been able to replicate his soulful performance.
I'm so glad. History's changed. All the information I read before have changed as well. Then, has the contents of that diary changed as well?
April 1907. Everything has finally settled down. The passing of time has made the past unravel even clearer in front of my eyes. I remembered that night under the starry sky when we had nothing but music and each other. Only now do I realize just how much I miss you. Meeting you changed my entire life. This era could easily make people lose their minds. But the tenderness you showed me kept me sober at all times. It gave me the strength to persist in this desperate world. Finally, the revolution has succeeded. I guess my only regret is that you're not by my side. Perhaps many, many years later, you'll get to listen to my voice again. But sadly, I won't get to hear yours anymore. June 1915. I can feel that my life is coming to an end. What a sly little liar. I tried so hard to survive this long, yet you never showed up. Will I get even a glance of you before I go? Will I, at least, get to listen to you bid me farewell? Farewell, Gus. I hope we can meet again one day.
Charles survived, so why am I still so sad?
1 month later. Final competition.
Charles. Our encounter with others turned into a mark in the passage of time. We're stuck in the present and the past. We can only watch as the future continues. Then, from these countless timestamps, we found the answer called self. Thank you, Charles. From within your work, I can now feel what you're trying to tell me. It's a clear voice within these countless music notes.
It's been a while, Gus.
Indeed it has, Charles.
Let's welcome our next performer onto the stage.
This melody.
Why is the song being played different from the one submitted? Isn't this sunrise?
A sudden change of arrangement?
Am I hallucinating? This music is definitely from Charles.
Gus, where you go?
My head is a mess right now, but I know there's one thing I have to verify. Charles.
Finally, we meet again.
How did you? Am I dreaming right now?
I only remembered everything after listening to you playing earlier. I wanted to immediately run up to you at first, but I was suddenly stricken with fear. My head's a complete mess. All kinds of memories are being recalled. I was afraid that I might scare you. That's why I thought you'd definitely recognize me if I just went and played.
You dummy.
It was a great idea, wasn't it? I mean, I got to see you as soon as I got off the stage. Well then. This time, can I grow old together with you?
Of course. At that moment, all of history's painful memories were dusted away. The old times were left behind, a new sunrise now dawning upon us.
Morning. It's time to get up.
I can't get up.
But don't you have to get your graduation certificate from the school today? Aren't you going?
This is all your fault.
Can you really blame it all on me, though?
Are you blaming me then?
Come on. Time to wake up, little kid. Do you want me to help you brush your teeth?
Aren't you just 1 year older than me now?
Well, who told you to be so adorable?
All the materials are done. I should be able to go home after saying goodbye to the teacher. But this took longer than I expected.
I've bought M. Where are you? I might need some time. You should go ahead.
You, in the front. Watch out! I'm sorry. That was an accident.
It's okay.
Are you alright? Hello? Anybody home? Did the ball hit his head that hard?
Don't worry about it. It only hit my shoulder.
I'm really sorry. How about we go to the infirmary to have it looked at?
No, it's totally fine. In fact, it doesn't hurt at all.
Just give me a sec. I don't have anything else on me, so take these. We're heading back to our game now. See ya.
Did something happen? Why do you look so happy?
I saw a dazzling light I haven't seen in a long time. He's living the life he yearned for, in an era with no worries.
What are you secretly munching on?
Candy. It's really sweet. Want a taste?
I can't say no to that, can I?